Yeah, we can see. That is true.
Alright, we are recording.
Okay, Luke can just do all the rolling by himself because he's the only one that's working. Alright, so... Excuse me, my voice is still screwy. Goddamn COVIDs. So, last time on the Deicide War, the party hauled themselves free of the underground Kruthic hive and fended off a couple of the Kruthic sneaking up on old Skooma Joe and Art Maceldus, who may have been canoodling. Continuing on your journey south, now accompanied by a mysterious black lizard man, you found shelter from a large storm bearing down upon you. During the night, a haggard figure approached the camp, seeking shelter from the downpour. Vharik was his name, no relation to Vharik. He was regaling Atticus and Phaedra of a story about the goddess of magic taking sacrifices of gifted students in the college that he worked in. He told of digging up survivors and the dead after Moon's fall destroyed the once majestic city of Azurium. Awakening the next morning to a clear sky, you set off along the road and came across a recently abandoned campsite. The eviscerated remains of a woman, still holding her valuables, it seemed, were all that remained behind. Some good investigation revealed at least 4 other people had been there, but no signs of their departure were found, other than they seemed to evaporate into the middle of nothingness in the camp. And you found a set of bipedal clawed footprints leading south away from the road. Following in hot pursuit, you came across a hulking, frog-like creature that was circling back towards the road. Being spotted, the party were forced to kill the aggressive monstrosity, but not before it infected Phaedra and Vharik, injecting them with tiny slug-like lava. Luckily, some emergency surgery managed to remove the parasites. So, with the body of the creature identified as a slard by Atticus and the dead woman from the camp burning away, you all return to the cart to make your way to the Flambourg. And that's where we get...
Oh. Who's dropped off? Okay.
Wicked smart.
Alright, what's the go? How'd you get it working?
Okay, so you click on your character and it shouldn't load, right? It's just a blank screen. I'm going to redo it so it'll work. Then you go to the top left next to your character's name, and there's that purple button. Click that. It opens up another window. Just let it sit. Just wait.
Oh, mine's not even. Oh, maybe it is.
It'll just sit there with a white screen for a long time, and then eventually it kicks in.
Yeah, sick. I turned mine into a pop out, so that's probably the same thing. Yeah, that makes sense.
I can't even turn mine into a pop out yet.
No, so if you can't do that, go to your settings bar on the far right, and then personalization and display. Underneath your character's name is character's pop out window. Tick that.
Oh.
And then go back and then open your character. It will take a little while, but it will eventually open up.
It eventually opens up, and boom.
Tomo's just done it like step by step. We've just clicked it to bypass that essentially, and it'll take a while to open.
Great success.
Derek!
Mine's taking a very
Derek's alive!
Just trying to prove that I'm wicked smart.
It's funny because I did the same thing, but I just sat on white screen forever, so I gave up. So I was like, yeah, fuck it.
Let's
Fair
just do
enough.
its thing.
That's all right. We can continue, can't we?
We can continue.
I'm ready.
I've had to download it down.
Mine's still doing opening up. So yeah.
So as you regathered,
Larry.
Vharik, not so
Negative
smart.
1.
Not wicked smart.
Don't worry. Get ready. Get ready for this though.
Uh-oh.
No, -2 and a 0. Holy shit!
It's a solid 0.
That's insane. All right, we are recording, so I better stop fucking around.
I'm easy. I don't mind. But Tomo, if you want to keep an eye on the time and warm me out when we've gone for a couple of hours, I know you wanted to get out of here slightly earlier.
We can say that we started from now though, so it's all good.
That's right. We'll cut it at a fairly natural ending whenever we get to that.
Done.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. So is there anything you guys want to do before you continue on? Currently it's moving into the afternoon, just after lunchtime. And you did hear from Thok that it would take about until evening, and you should arrive at the Flambourg.
So it's the red.
I think the last thing. Sorry to interrupt. The last thing I said was burn the body, and I'm checking on Aunt Mercedes and Screamer Joe.
Was there a second? Oh geez, my internet's dropped. There we go. Was there a second set of tracks?
No, so you only found the one set of
Okay, yeah.
clawed tracks leading down south to that slard.
Oh, the other
Um,
tracks was the one
The other
that
tracks
off
went to the middle of the camp and then just disappeared.
Yeah,
We
my
found the
brain-
traces of green dust in amongst the dirt.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, so you've made your way back through up to the road where the camp is, and yeah, you come across the cart with your two captives and Aunt Mercedes and Skooma Joe, just sitting up there, and you see Derek come trotting back in from whatever the hell he was doing off in the grass to the north of the road.
Classic. Oh, far out. Out of all the things I opened up, the wrong character sheet.
Waiting for another half hour to load again.
Oh yeah, I accidentally opened up one you gave me at the start of this.
That's it.
podcast.
Brooker is now playing the Ox for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, thank you. I will gladly take control of the Ox. Right, so they're safe. So did you say?
Yeah, they're all safe back at the cart with Derek coming in, trotting back in. And you turn around and you realise that the large black lizard man was following you and he's disappeared somewhere.
Oh, I noticed this. Oh god, I'm running straight. I'm running straight back to the cart. I'm Mercedes, Scooter Joe, come give me a hug, and I run back to them.
See Aunt Mercedes hop down. Skooma Joe's kind of look oddly at you and like shake his head, but Aunt Mercedes hops down, like, oh, Master Zolmos, come here. What's the matter?
Just give me a hug. We had a hard fight.
Takes you in for a big hug, and she's definitely sounding a lot more like her old self, a lot chirpier.
I'm
Oh,
gonna,
She has been
great.
for the last
gonna-
couple of days.
I'm so glad. I wink at not giving any inspiration. I just wink at the Scooter Joe like, you good bloke, you.
I'm gonna come back slowly behind him, just dragging the half hand that we've sliced off from the slard.
And you see, as Mercedes is hugging you, Zolmos, you feel her just tense for a second as she sees this monstrosity of a clawed hand being dragged back. It's like, oh my, what is that thing? Wow, look at the claws on it. That's quite an impressive specimen there.
Not overdoing it. Oh, it was horrible, Aunt Mercedes. It was trying to do horrible things to us.
It infects you.
Oh.
I'm going to lean in and whisper to him. I think Skimmer Joe's been trying to do horrible things to your auntie.
Sorry, that was a mad cackle. I look at him and go, oh, I know.
Mercedes kind of just gives you a bit of a look, Vharik, and just shakes her head, just slightly disapprovingly of the uncouth manner.
He's a barbarian. What do you expect?
Yes, Mr. Joe is taking good care of us. He's keeping us safe. He's been watching over the oxen as well. You know, taking good care of the animals. He's quite a jolly good fellow, honestly.
They're inverted commas. Good care.
Good kid.
Yeah, is there anything else you guys want to do, or load back up for the rest of the day's march?
Well, I think someone's hinting at a short rest.
Did we search the frog?
Yeah. So you search for the frog. The frog's body is currently burning, other than its arm, which Phaedra pulled off to study. Westy is talking to someone. How dare you talk to people, Westy? Invite them in. Join the game, nerds.
Oh.
But yeah, so Phaedra has one of the creature's arms. The rest of the body is burning.
I don't even know if my Did I even heal myself up? I can't even remember after that.
I think you'd healed yourself a smidgen, but you're still a little bit wounded.
We hardly
Vharik
did anything.
Yeah, Vharik and Phaedra definitely took the beating from that, but you weren't too bad.
Yeah, I can't tell with my non-existent character sheet.
If we have a short rest, I can also give us a song of rest. If we do a short rest.
Up to you guys. You tell me.
Yeah, I'm down
Well,
for a
what
short
if we
rest.
make our way back to the cart and while the cart is moving, we can have people resting in the cart, other people walking.
Yeah, that's
That
what
way
I was
we
thinking.
can keep moving and have some people rest, walk.
It's almost
Yeah.
lagging.
No.
Or is that just me? Yep.
That's just you.
That's just
Um,
that's fine.
I agree with Calliope, noting that we're a half day away from that rendezvous point. We need to make up a plan for what we're going to do when we reach there.
I'll allow it. So you load back up on the cart, and a couple of people can start taking the rest versus, you'll be able to all take a short rest by the time that you arrive to the Flambourg later on in the evening. But yeah, as you're underway, feel free to have a bit of a chat and discuss whatever you're planning when you get there.
Okay. While this is happening, I'll sit up on the highest point of the cart and strum my song for everyone, so they can get that 1d6 of extra healing. I believe it's 1d6. I can't actually remember.
Is that just you rolling the
Sounds
d6
about right.
and then everyone just takes that amount, or?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this will work. No, it's / isn't it?
Yep.
/.
You realise only the 2 tanks took damage in our last fight. No one else needs help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tanks doing their job.
It's free. They might as well take it.
I'll take it instead of my hit dice.
My new token's still saying I'm at full health, so I can't remember how much
That's all right.
it was.
We'll make do. Yeah, I don't know why. I think you're about half down.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I'm gonna set you to 18.
Okay.
There we go.
Sounds good. I think it was about right. Is that including the 3?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Because yeah, I'm pretty sure you were 15.
Yeah. Sweet.
What's the song sound like? Is there a specific song that you're playing as Zolmos?
Oh,
Can you
God.
serenade us?
Oh no, I'm being put on the spot here.
Sing
wearing my
a
worksheet
lullaby.
Oh man, sorry, I've been
Just
put on the
give
spot.
us a hint of what the song is like, the style.
Honestly, it's just like, do you know, like when you go to a campfire and there's like, and everyone's sitting around the campfire and there's one dude with a guitar. He doesn't quite know what he's doing, but he's playing it like a little, just strumming away, trying to make it a tone. Yeah.
Every so often you hear him just whispering below his breath, "Kumbaya."
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, that's it. 100%.
Just repeating that again and again for like 5 hours as you're cruising along. By the end of it, everyone is getting well and truly sick and tired of this attempted song.
For a whole 3 points of health.
and minus.
Right now, who's dropping it?
That's
I think
me.
it was just Sky.
It was
Reconnected.
Sky.
It's changing
back.
roles from last week.
I think.
But yeah, did you guys want to discuss anything before you arrive?
What's our plan with this camp?
I without well, somebody dropped out. I suggest to the party that we have 2 validly great slaves with us right now. I mean, prisoners with us, and potentially when we reach that rendezvous point, we use them as a way to, what's the word I'm looking for? As a sacrifice, potentially.
Well, we got Thok here
Or for
to
sale.
extract
Pretty
information from the group.
What was that?
We got Thok that's supposedly going to help us extract information from that slave guy.
Oh yeah.
Which
I
potentially-
turn to Calliope and ask her a question. Graphics card driver update. Oh, okay.
No.
I ask Calliope what she thinks a good plan is, knowing that she's the smartest person in the group. Calliope, can you hear us? No? Fuck
Tomo's
you.
dead.
Hey, I'm back.
All right, you're back.
There he is.
Yeah,
Was
sorry.
Calliope just ignores you straight out.
Yes. You know what? Nothing new. Nothing fucking new. I'm like, we're like getting close to this rendezvous point. What's the plan? Atticus, Calliope, knowing that you two are probably the most sneaky, and we don't have a Vutha around, so. Tomo, you not there? Yeah, but he's-
we're going there to fuck up these bandit people, right?
Or get
Find out what's
information
going on
from
with the
them.
slave trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, slave trade.
Well, they were trying to grab us. So what sort of what's the plan? I guess noting that you and sorry, Atticus are the smartest people. I kind of leaning on you guys. To
Vharik's just in
come
the
up with a good
background. He
plan.
hears this. He's like, kill him.
Oh, no. Well, I'm not against that, but you want us to kind of look like slavers. I don't look like one. Zolmos, you are an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
I'm
I'm an
and if
idiot.
I
I'm
was to
gonna
say-
disguise myself.
Our toughest people would probably be Vharik, Phaedra, and Atticus, or tough slaver-looking types, possibly. Maybe we send them in to fuck shit up, and if they need help, we come running in.
Can I?
Obviously,
Can Phaedra go up to the crate and sort of slap it around and go, "Hey, Thok, are they looking for spellcasters?"
He looks up and shakes. Oh, Phaedra. Who? Do you mean the slave?
Yeah, the guys
I mean
that
the
are
people
trying
who
to
are going to
nab
buy
us
the
all.
slaves. What was that?
The guys that are nabbing us all.
Well, that was my boss Albert. He said we were looking for big, strong fighter types, but you killed him back in the mansion.
Did I kill him or did he kill him?
I don't know. He went into the fire and then he never came out again. So I thought
Vharik and
well, he died.
Atticus.
Eh. That's beside the point.
So Albert he told us that we wanted to get the big strong ones who looked like they were going to be good fighters, and he didn't mention no magic casters.
So
he
why
he
were
just
you
said strong fighters.
The mansion then.
Well, that's where he died.
Yes, but did you go there to stay the night or did you go there to invade and pinch people?
Oh, no, we went there to pinch people. We threw all the fire through the windows to flush everyone out, and then we were going to capture everyone. And he said he was going to only keep the ones that we wanted to use as slaves, the strong fighters.
Oh,
He
so
said he was
you
going to
assumed there was only
dispose of
strong
everyone else.
fighters in there. You didn't do your research.
Phaedra, are you picking on Calliope and I right now?
Well,
Excuse me, and I try and start flexing, doing the. Have you seen my beach volleyball?
Give me a
Please.
performance check.
Direction.
Oh,
Performance check.
performance. There you go.
My character sheet's not working, so
I'm gonna-
Let's roll a straight d20.
okay.
We can, because your performance is pretty good, so this will at least give us a rough estimate.
That's a 10, and I'm pretty sure my performance is like, oh man, I don't know if
It'll
you
be a
guys
plus
can
6
see
or plus 7, honestly.
something.
Oh,
I think it's
plus 6
honestly a
for
+4. I'm gonna say just to be nice.
It's not bad, he rolls his sleeves up a bit and he looks at the light for a second, just glances up, finds some good lighting, and he pulls up his shirt a little bit, flexing a little bit of abs. He's pretty weedy still. He's very weedy, but he's got some
Yeah.
muscle under there. When the light just hits him just right.
I might have to
Squeeze his
train
bicep
you up a
between
little
my
bit
two
more.
fingers.
Break his arm.
Arm wrestling
Uh,
time.
Oh, let's do it.
So beside the point, Thok, you guys did not do your research to see who was in that building that you you set on fire.
Well, no, Mistress Phaedra, you were in there. You're the mightiest of warriors. We were never gonna capture you. You're obviously too powerful, but that's what Albert wanted to do.
I
And
came
then
across
we were going to
the
go
place.
then we were going to go and take whoever we did capture. I mean, we already had the large red one.
The
in
guy
in
that
the cage.
I broke out of your cage.
Yeah,
and
so
the one that you're in now.
we already had him, and then we were going to go and come back to the Flamborg, and then signal to our contact, and then we were going to go wait down south in the swamps for them to come and pick the slaves up.
There we go. South. That's a new thing. So
Yeah,
Hey, look, we got some more information. Hold on.
yes.
I'm gonna
Get
walk
out.
over to the page and just talk to Thog.
As he starts recoiling away, and he actually reaches a hand out and like places it near your leg, Calliope, not Calliope, Phaedra, as you're standing next to the cage.
Do I pick this up now? Come on.
Give me a perception check. Perception or insight?
What's my insight? I think they're both the same. Oh no, my insight's +4. There you go. Not. Oh,
Not
yeah.
great.
Okay, you're still rolling.
Yeah, so you're just focusing. You see his hand like coming out and like going to grab
Ugh.
hold of your ankle,
It's like, no.
and you like pull your leg away a little bit as he's just like recoiling away from Atticus. Yeah, carry on.
Anyway, so Thog, I'll make you. Your suffering will end, and you'll be handed into the local authorities for your crimes.
Okay.
This is the plan I reckon we should do. Is we'll get some shackles, which I'm assuming we shackled these fellas up, or
Yeah, there was some shackles in the
yeah,
in the wagon from the slave takers.
So we're gonna. I reckon we shackle up our 2 strongest players, fake shackled, so that they can just easily break out of them, and have Thok here walk up with you to the slave traders. The rest of us lying in wait. If anyone has anything they can do with fire, once they're all collected in the big group, I'll cast web on them, and then someone can burn said web to do max fire damage to them. And with you help us, Thok, the torment will end, and you can live in a happy little jail cell for the crimes you committed.
Okay. Like I said. So I'll do anything to help you out. So just
Good.
please don't just leave me, please. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Someone had a bottle of magic fire earlier. I'm not talking Thok anymore.
Yes, I have it.
You got it now?
Well-
Okay.
Which it's an improvised weapon. Just saying right now, I am
Stands.
not the most athletic of people, and
That's fine.
I
If
would
that's the
rather give it
case-
to someone who could throw like a quarterback.
I
Not
got a
Mr. Fossey.
+3. I'm pretty okay.
Would you you'll be shackled up. Mr.
Damn it.
Fossey, would you kindly be able to transform into some type of bird to drop said bottle on top of the enemies?
Ooh.
Ooh. No, I can't. I can't fly. Unfortunately, I cannot fly. But I can turn myself into a mouse and sort of.
You cannot carry that bottle and smash it.
Or
No,
if we
no,
attach it to him
No.
and
Or
then I
no.
magic missile him.
Do it, Terry.
But I could like turn myself into a mouse and like sort of scout.
Can you
Or
can you
be
like
around-
can you turn into like a monkey or something that's like good at throwing shit? I don't know.
Oh, I can turn
Literally
myself into
throwing
an ape.
shit.
Yeah, like they're great at throwing shit, so maybe yeah, a monkey.
I can turn into an ape.
I don't know. This is Atticus's plan, and I rather Atticus agree to it all.
It might be safer if we give it to one of the tanks.
Okay.
The moment I cast web, one of you two are to pull that out and throw it at their feet. Understand?
Group
Yes, I'm not
inventory.
dumb.
Okay. too easy.
How do
Now
I?
turn back to Thok.
Can I grab it? No.
I'm just going to say to him, I will promise your suffering will not end if you help us.
Wait.
What?
It will not end. if you
So-
help
Oh, no,
us.
it will end. So, I promise. It's like I tell him, it's like I promise you will not be tortured if you help us. And when I say help us, I mean I will give you a weapon, and you will help us fight. But if you betray us, you will have tenfold the amount of punishment that you have been suffering.
You wouldn't hurt me.
I just go wide. Of course, I'll help protect Phaedra. I'll protect Phaedra. I'll stick by her side. I'll take really good care of her. She's helped me, and you know, I'm one of the team now. Yeah, you wouldn't hurt one of your teammates.
Well,
You've
not
been
go that
useful.
far.
Can I add a extra part to this plan, Atticus? Even though I'm a
I'd-
dumbass.
I'm intrigued to hear what you have to say, Thomas.
Well, at this point, we've got our two strongest members. They haven't arm wrestled me yet. To figure
We
that out.
will.
But two strongest members have not got their weapons. Can I add to the plan that potentially Thok carries their weapons with him on his back, something like that? I don't know. Up to you.
That could definitely work. If needed as well, I can walk up with him. I mean, I do look the part of a slaver.
True. Yeah. Okay.
That's the plan we'll go with. I'll carry
I
one
can
weapon.
disguise myself to look pretty menacing. Let's be honest.
I'll hand you my axe and see if you can pick it up like Thor's hammer.
I keep flexing. I'm like,
If that's the plan everyone's happy with.
time, and I go to pick your axe up.
Sounds good.
If that's the plan everyone's happy with, I reckon we go with it.
Alright,
Cool.
happy with that.
Too easy.
Shackle me.
Oh.
So you shackle up Vharik and Phaedra and disarm them, carrying the weapons yourselves, and continue on approaching the Flamborg.
I disguise myself to look as rough and tough as Thok, with a little bit of
Sounds
help and prestidigitation.
So you're just trying to like pretty yourself up to make yourself look threatening.
Basically, so I look the part with Thok, because he's going to take the lead. I'll be in the back. As the slave
Give me
trader.
you're proficient with disguise kits, aren't you?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah, give me a Dex plus proficiency.
Dex plus proficiency.
Your proficiency will be 2 because that's what our level is.
Yeah. Plus your Dex. So just roll a d20.
Oh fuck! I just did Dex save. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that works because that's the same thing
Yep.
as proficiency on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to, get some dirt, around your face as well. And by dirt, I mean like your bit of delicate makeup sort of thing in there, and just ruffle your hair up a bit and make yourself. You're looking pretty threatening.
Sweet.
But Phaedra,
Carrying a loot.
so what weapon are you giving to poor old Thok? He's like, I can use I'm really good with a bow. If you got a bow, I can use that, or a crossbow.
I've just got my axe and shield.
Yeah.
Even a dagger. I'll stick with you.
I hand him my dagger then. In that case.
Done.
Yeah, I'll give him
got a
my other
dagger.
dagger as well.
Oh yeah, and I
So
got my
Couple of daggers in
javelin.
his belt, and he just continually keeps standing as you let him out of the cage. Alexander's like, oh yes, of course, I can. I'm quite the esteemed warrior as well. I can definitely
No.
help out. Just
As he's getting out, I
give me
put my
that
foot
axe.
in his chest and push him in.
I feel like the entire party walks up and kicks him back in.
just everyone just Sparta kicks him, clang. His head smacks into the bars on the back. He's like, oh.
Who's got silence just to like shut him
Yeah,
up?
let's,
That was
let's,
good.
let's
That's
gag him.
I did not take that. I'm sorry.
Let's gag him.
Yeah.
And then
You wanna
Vharik
bag
just
it?
jams some rags and just filthy, ribbons into his mouth. And he just plonks his way back down. Just seems to like have hurt the back of his skull as he was just Sparta kicked back into the bars. And you close the cage up and lock it again.
Oh, I just realized what you put up there, Tomo. You also had that amazing move right there.
Well, yeah, for 8 hours he can do whatever we say.
Yeah. All right.
we
Well,
can even
that's-
get the other guy to help fight for us. And I say that I can use magic to make him do what we want
Oh, it's a
the group.
concentration spell though.
for 8 hours.
Is this
That's
for-
fine.
Bharik, you're saying?
For Alexandra.
Oh yeah, that one.
We
Sorry.
we can say help us, for example.
So cast that while he's
Yeah,
in
the
there.
weapons are spare.
Does he have to roll against it?
Yes, it is a
Just make
save.
throw, yeah.
All right, yeah. I'd say if anything, cast it on him while he's in the cage, and if it doesn't work, be like, "Fuck you." That's if you want to. If everyone else is.
Yeah, no, I can.
I think more the merrier. Let's be honest.
So as you continue on, getting closer, it's starting to get later into the evening. The sun's starting to set over the horizon, and coming around a bend in the road. You've been traveling along quite open plains with the grass, cut down a little bit shorter now. It seems by maybe grazing animals or local wildlife. But as you come around the last corner in the road, you can make out slightly in the distance. It's large, a large Viking-style ring fortress, if you've seen one of those before. So tall earthen berms topped with a low stone wall. Walking along the top, you can see hooded heads and spears of guards patrolling in pairs along the top of the berm behind the wall. The road that you're following leads into a breach in the earthen berms, protected by a stone gatehouse. You can see open wooden gates plated in copper on the outside. And a lone guard leans casually against the wall, spear propped up on his shoulder, just looks up and sees your cart starting to come around the corner and stands himself up and takes a couple of steps forward and just watching as you're approaching. As you start to get closer and he makes out the couple of figures in shackles, another one in the cage on the back, you see him, he kind of gives a whistle, and you can see a pair of soldiers on the walls. See, they come and top over the wall, just seeing their heads poking out, just not aggressively, but just paying attention now from the signal. Do you keep approaching?
Yeah.
As you get up to him, he just steps into the middle of the road and holds up one of his hands. He goes, "Hey there, folks. Just what's going on here? What's with all these chained up folk? What they gone done? There's some sort of criminals out there."
They raided our hometown and killed a lot of people, and we managed to keep these people alive.
Oh, now, really? That's heinous. Y'all come from the Lisana Forest up that way?
Yes.
Okay,
In the manor up there.
I mean, we are not quite equipped to judge criminals in here, but I mean, we can lock them up and we do have some secure rooms in the barracks if y'all want to lock them up overnight, and then continue on down to Arny Waters. You can see the chief down there. He's the law enforcement in these parts, really. We don't have any sheriffs or anything around here.
We've managed to keep these men under correction. We've managed to keep these criminals under control for the last couple of nights without assistance, but thank you anyway.
All right, so what? I mean, y'all got the car with the cage, but I can send a couple of my men to help y'all keep watch on the criminals throughout the night. But can I just I mean, who are y'all, your folks? You say you're coming from up there.
Who are you looking for again? Do you want to mention his name?
Thok walks up to you and he's like, "Oh no, Albert did all the negotiations and he made contact. We just came through here and we just drink beers, and Albert went off by himself somewhere and did things. I don't know who we're meant to be talking to."
So none of these people look familiar to you, Thok.
No, that's Rosto. He's one of the crocodile guards that guards this place.
So these aren't the slavers you normally deal with?
Oh, no. I don't know who our contact was. I've never seen him before. Albert deals with him.
Did these guards notice the difference between Thok at the moment?
Thok has been kind of hiding behind you for the most part. But as you're looking closer at the guard, you can see he's fairly stocky sort of individual, wearing fairly heavy leathers, with his hood dropped down behind his hat. You can see a bow leaning in the corner and a quiver of arrows on his hip. But as he's gesturing to you and holding the spear, you can see all the way up the right-hand side, all of his right arm is just covered in this thick scales by the look of it, almost like crocodile hide that you've seen before. You can see pock marks up the right-hand side of his face, as if he was burned a while ago, a long time ago.
Can we do an investigation check, not on his physical appearance, but to see if he's seeming like an honest God,
insight
like this
check.
is.
Give me an insight check.
Insight.
Sorry, did I say
yeah.
investigation? Sorry, I meant insight.
Yep, yeah, give
That
me an
is fine.
insight check, Zolmos.
Investigate his honesty. I'm not saying that his insight.
Oh God, I've got trash insight. Oh
Derek
God.
would have good insight. Also, he's a
Derek
druid.
is
Yeah,
Actually,
if you
my
ask.
insight's not too bad. is
I'm
it?
sorry. I thought of it. We've got to keep it going, right?
Yeah, no, that's
My
fair, that's
passive is
fair.
14.
Yeah, so Zolmos, you're not sure. You focus in. It's like, oh, that's interesting. How he's got an entire arm covered in these scales. So I think that's very unusual. But you're
That's
not
all
sure.
that catches my attention. Nothing
Yeah,
else.
you're kind of just a bit distracted from what he's actually saying. Phaedra, just with your passive insight, you're not picking up on anything other than curiosity.
Okay. Do I know anything about these people with the travels of Skooma?
Not really. Haven't really had much to do with this region down here. When you guys came through, you pretty much bypassed this to make a little bit better time,
Okay.
going off road a bit. So you didn't actually come through the Flamborg.
I'm just going to quickly turn to Skooma and ask him, has he ever stayed here?
Oh no, Skooma Joe usually hangs up in the northern areas. I've heard of these people. They're the Crocodile Regiment. They call themselves. They're kind of the guards of this region. They protect the townships, but I have not had much to do with them.
Can
There
we
is
do a history?
Sorry.
Have we ever recalled?
Give me a
That's it.
history check if you want to have a look through your book.
Yeah, oh, yeah, true.
I thought you already came to the conclusion that the crocodile dudes were from south
That's
in that
funny.
town.
Oh,
Okay, whatever. Fucking I get fucked.
Well then, flicking through, you do immediately come across, now that you see the scales on his arm, and Skooma mentions Crocodile Regiment. You're like, oh wait, that definitely rings a bell. I have definitely heard of these guys. Flick through your book. There it is. So the Crocodile Regiment, as a organized force, came into being during the Deicide War, fighting against the gods, and essentially all the swamp towns from down south came together during the War and formed a series of guerrilla commando units. They fought running battles against a whole bunch of the minor gods of the swamp and the Southern Ocean. And towards the climax of the war, they devised a plan to lure the god of fire down from the plains where he was ravaging the open grassland. So you heard that, knowing that the god of fire wouldn't be able to burn anything in the swamps, they volunteered their services to try to kill the blight of the plain.
Oh, you dropped. Pause that.
And we're back.
Yep.
And we're back. Yeah, so knowing that I wouldn't be able to burn anything down the swamps, they volunteered their services to kill him off. So they built a huge fire down in the swamps and the shallow water, surrounded by just open water for hundreds of meters. And every man and woman too old to fight volunteered themselves as sacrifices, sacrificing themselves to the flames to lure the god down there. So as the great pyre went up with these 100-odd souls on top of it, the commandos immersed themselves all around, breathing water through straws or drinking potions of water breathing. And as all the souls were engulfed in the flame, Agni appeared, the god of fire, in the middle of the inferno. Suddenly, they collapsed the pylons from underneath it, and commandos surged up into the flame to drag Agni's ram and Agni himself down into the water. Every time they were ignited in flames, they would dive down into the water and reappearing, but leaving most of them quite badly disfigured and burnt in the process. Eventually, the god and his mount were submerged and pinned down under the water before being battered and stabbed to death and pinned into the ocean, where he was killed. But the survivors were all, to a man, horrifically burnt, and they actually resorted to grafting the fish of skin and crocodiles onto themselves to cover off their burns, and hence they earned the nickname the Crocodile Regiment. And over the intervening years after the war ended, they became the de facto guards and standing army, militia of this whole region, protecting a lot of the smaller settlements and patrolling the waterways, trying to help re-establish trade after the mass extinction of the war.
So the way that you guys learnt all of that is Calliope is like reading and pointing to him like he's a part of a lesson. And so like she's like, as you can see here, see this weirdo has the fish scales on his arm. This is as a result of, and she like goes in and fully. So the ones that are interested are like, you guys will probably be going, oh wow, wow, wow. But
I'm leaning in. I'm still acting the part of it.
it's not dry, but she's doing it monotone, reading and pointing to this poor guard who has to hear what he did.
Yeah, he's just looking there and he's like, y'all little lady seems to know a whole bunch about us. That's Crocodile Regiment.
So I look at Calliope and the whole crowd. I go, so they're just epic soldiers. Fuck yeah, let's go.
He's like, well, hey, hold up. My name's Rosto. What's y'all's names?
I'm Zolmos. I am a bard.
That's me, and young lady, little miss, who seems to know a whole lot about us.
My name's Calliope. Nice to meet you. Gives him a slight bow.
Pleasure's all mine, young lady.
I'm
And,
not introducing myself because we're...
This furry gentleman up here.
So I'm Atticus, and also with us today is Derek Fossey, and I gesture to him. And
No social cues. Derek's just like looking at a rabbit jump past or something. He's just like, humans are gay.
give him a joy.
Oh, I've already got an animal fact though. Say hello.
Do it.
Alright, hey, I'm Derek, and I see you're wearing crocodile skin. Did you know a crocodile's jaw can apply 5,000 pounds of pressure per square inch?
But I did actually know that, young man. I mean, my cousin, Eli, he was eaten by a crocodile a while ago. So yeah, that thing gone bit him straight in half. I mean, if y'all like crocodiles, you should head down to Hungry Water. We got a big old beast down there. He's a good fella, though. We like to do some betting on him. We actually wrestle him down there.
That's where we're heading, isn't it?
Oh, y'all heading down to Henri?
I look at the crowd like, that's where we're heading, isn't it?
And Scrimmager's like, yes, we...
Oh yeah, thank you, Skip.
I think I have a contact down there which will buy from Miss...
Oh, that's right. The first 200 gold pieces. Yeah, Ack.
Also joining us is Aunts. I can't remember her name.
Miss
Miss
Eldis,
Eldis.
who gives him a bit of a nod.
Yep. And
Scrimmager.
our dear friend Thok, and I give him a pat on the back, just a pat.
He stumbles and flinches away.
And,
You forgot Vharik, mate. You forgot Vharik.
oh yeah,
Vharik's tied up.
Yeah, we're prisoners.
oh yeah, no, I'm not going to mention them yet. Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah,
And
right. My bad.
These two captives have been managed to stay quiet, but this is Alexander, which we had to tie up because he has and these two have yet to say their names. So, for the time being, as long as they stay quiet, they don't get the rag like that one.
All right, then. I guess as long as they're all secure, well, I'll have a couple of my guards keep watch of them too. But y'all welcome to come on in and.
I'm sure
the
Thok will be
sun's going
joining
down
as
soon.
well.
Oh, thank you so much. Calliope's already walking through, not helping
And, yeah,
anyone with anything.
He steps off to the side and just motions you all through. And see him as you come through, he scans the horizon and seeing the sun going down, starts to pull one of the gates shut again.
I'm just walking forward.
There you go, you can
The two prisoners are like, yeah, let's go.
just start going. So as you move through the open gates that are starting to be closed behind you, inside of the walls you can see the large circular interior is divided into quarters roughly. To the east are paddocks with... Excuse me, I'm burping. To the east there's a couple of paddocks with thigh-high stone walls. The top one seems to be a bit of a grazing pasture, and you can see a bunch of goats and a couple of men, one younger teenager, just keeping a wary eye on you. To the south, you can see this field has been tilled and looks like some sort of grains being planted in there that are just starting to sprout. In the western half, you can see there's two large longhouses with grass growing over their roofs. One of them, the northernmost one up here, has a sign over the door saying Flamborg Inn. The other one down to the south is unlabeled.
Was old mate walking with us, like the guard?
Now you see him as you guys walk past him, he starts to close the gates behind you as it's starting to get later onto the evening.
Too easy.
Is there a
Well-
reason why it's guarded so heavily? I might just whisper, like the ring house.
Who are you asking? Or just the others?
I might whisper to Calliope as he walks past me or something like that. Just...
Calliope's way gone.
Well, yeah, I know.
Calliope's
I'm not keeping up with.
Can we? Well, in that case, can we do a investigation on? Or an
I
insight
mean, I can just ask the guard. I was going to ask.
Or you can
him
ask the
before.
guard.
Yeah.
I'll ask the guard. I'll be like, 2 questions. 1, where can we store these prisoners? And 2, why is your what is with the heavy defenses essentially? Why is it so heavily defended here?
Oh, well, the prisoners, if y'all want to just keep them in your cage in your cart, Lucas can probably take the cart up to the stables just north of the inn up there. And, I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to rain tonight, so you can probably just leave them out there. They ain't going to freeze to death. But in terms of the guards in here, there's all sorts of dangerous animals and beasts out in the woods, and you know, there's other more dangerous things than just wild animals out there. So we keep a good eye on this place. You know, it's a good waypoint for our travels. We're trying to establish some trading routes back up to the north, but these roads still dangerous with all sorts of creatures and undead monstrosities walking around out there.
Can I ask the guard after Atticus has had his conversation if there's any other individuals that have been passing through here regularly?
It's been a little bit quiet for the last couple of weeks. We did have just a week ago actually. There was a group of men with they came by just by themselves. There was about 6-7 of them, I think. Actually, now that you mention it, that twitchy one out there, I think he looks familiar. He might have been one of them groups. Yeah, they came through a week or so ago. But other than that, it's been fairly quiet these last couple of days.
Okay. Yeah, I think that guy I think Thok has just a face that, you know, looks familiar to everyone. Don't
All
worry about
dwarves look alike.
it. Yeah.
He looks real twitchy though.
Yeah,
Is he alright?
He has a
Looks
drug
like he's gonna go
addiction. He has a drug addiction. We just got him off of it.
He's fine. We've been taking
Some of
care
those
him.
drugs, they're nasty. Actually, one of my cousins down in Hungry Water. He gets on the mushrooms. You know, he goes wandering off into the swamp all the time. I keep telling him, you can't go wandering off the swamp. You're gonna get hunted down and killed by something. But he don't care. He just keeps wandering off by himself. Bastian, his name is. He's a good kid, but he's not too bright.
Oh, sorry, what was that name?
Bastian.
Bastian.
Bryce has just given me all these memories from the first campaign, and just like, I can't say anything.
Put my hand on the shoulder of that guard and say, your family sounds very interesting.
Yeah, you know, I got all sorts of interesting because I could tell some stories if y'all want.
Can I do
Maybe
one?
another day.
Go on. Sorry.
No, I said maybe another day. That was it.
Okay.
Of course, over a beer or two, I guess.
And this is completely random, but no, actually, I don't know. No, that's metagaming. So off you go.
Well, from there, I'm going to hand over this day. I reckon hand over take them up. Fuck will go watch with them. And, yeah,
As you guys come down near the inn, you do see a young boy with blonde hair come running out the front door, hearing the cart approach, and he runs up. He's like, "Oh, would you like me to take the oxen to the stable?"
Another
I don't
one.
mind."
Why has every inn got a little boy?
I mean, that's what you do when you live in middle nowhere. You have kids to put them to work.
That do ox things.
Like oxen.
Yeah.
It's like Pokemon, but instead of Nurse Joy, it's a little random boy.
It's a little boy with the blonde hair every time. I look at him and go, "Are you paying the same much as your brother up north?"
Oh, mister, I don't think I've got a brother up there, but I might do.
I think you should check your family history. I
Well,
flick
my
him
mum and dad are both dead.
flick him a copper and go.
Oh, thanks. I'll take him up here.
And he starts like hauling at the oxen. Does not know how to handle animals apparently, but he starts trying to slowly haul the oxen up towards the stables up here.
Are you locking us up in the cage with Alexandra?
No, I think didn't Atticus say he was coming with you? Is that what I heard?
Nah, I'm gonna get like before it goes away. Like they'll be locked in the cage, but I'll bring some food and some drinks up for you.
I'll let you have a decent night because I think the world of Phaedra and Vharik at this point in time because they've saved my life.
Yep.
And I go with them so they don't have to go in the fucking cage. And
Easy.
also to keep an eye on Thok.
Yeah, Fox coming.
Yeah, okay, cool. So we're sleeping by the cage,
We're-
but not in the cage.
I think we're over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, as the oxen finally starts moving with Lucas just tugging at his nose, Lucas looks up and he's like,
Mister, what's with all these people that you got tied up and in chains?
I lean down to him and go, "Now look here, son. Sometimes there's bad people in the world, and you know you got to take care of them as best as I can to try and deceive this little boy." But trying to pretend that I'm like old and wise, but I'm clearly just a fucking idiot.
give me a deception check.
Sure. Deception. Where is my deception? 11.
11, probably enough to get one over on the little kid though.
He's like,
Yeah.
oh, so you're one of the good guys who like you're like the what's mum used to say the word before she died, the constabulary.
I get a little
Constables.
close and go, just call us heroes.
He looks at you with his big blue eyes and like, oh, you're a hero. You're keeping us safe like the crocodile guard.
That's right. Maybe not as
Phaedra's just gonna
epic
like
as the
literally roll
crocodile
her
guard, but
eyes
we're
at this.
definitely heroes. Sorry, Sky, what were you saying?
I'm just saying, Phaedra's just like rolling her eyes, like.
Yeah, this is totally blown out of the water. I'm the total dickhead right now.
I mean, if you're a hero, you should go out into the wild and hunt down the Ragged Man. I've heard horrible stories about him.
The Ragged Man?
Ragged Man.
Who's
Ragged
that?
Man.
It's gonna
The
be
Ragged
Derek.
Man.
It's gonna be Derek.
I ask him to tell me the story of the Ragged Man as I walk up to the stable.
Oh, you see,
Ragged Man?
he's an evil man. He
Can't catch me. It's
he
the Ragged
sometimes hunts down people out in the blighted plains up north, up that way. And some of the shepherds they were telling me a story that when they're out in the plains and they're in a new area, they'll stake out one of their goats overnight, so the Ragged Man will come and kill it and eat it instead of taking the small children. Apparently, he comes after the small children first. That's why I have to be good. I've got to be a good boy, otherwise the Ragged Man comes.
I sit down and go, if I ever see the Ragged Man, I'll take care of him for you, so you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up, mate.
Oh, thanks, mister. I want to be a hero just like you.
Oh, you can be a hero, and I'm
He
trying.
turns around and he punches Phaedra in the hip.
I'm gonna feign that, like, yeah, that hurt. I'm like, ugh.
And he just like sits there shaking his hand. He's like,
Owie, owie, owie.
Quickly look at Phaedra, make sure she's alright.
yeah, she's fine. The punch just like casually bounced off her hip bone.
And I sit down and go, hey, that's a boy, and I give him like a little fake punch on the shoulder.
It's like, oh yeah, that. Can I use a dagger next time? Do you have a spare knife?
Oh, Jesus.
No spare knives. These are my slaves. Don't touch them.
It's saying that when the story with the Ragged Man, because we've come through the plains, haven't we? Or did we wrap
Yeah,
around?
you
Hey, we
came
come
down
from that
through
way.
the road.
Yeah. So do I pick up on anything for that?
That's
more?
true. You were.
Give me a history check. See if you'd heard any rumors about him.
I am semi good at history, not as good as know-it-all over here.
Yeah.
What? No, come on, that's another nat one. That can't be right.
Is what it is.
Nope.
I
Nah,
am restarting.
Give one more d20 a roll just to see, because we did have that at the start. Remember,
Yeah,
someone's rolling
give,
10s
give us
non-stop?
one more d20.
Hang on, no,
roll,
I
Sky.
just restarted, so...
Okay,
I'll
because
just-
yeah, sometimes I feel it does. The random number generator does screw up and start sticking.
Alright, 1 second. I've got to get back in. Alright.
Now I'm gonna be a little bit of a dick on this one, Bryce, but at advantage. Come on, mate. Come on.
There you go.
No, not letting her have it. That's good. Thank you,
Damn. I had to try.
That's a bit better.
Much better.
Whoa,
you nerd.
Is Derek,
Derek.
following us?
I'm just.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
Just
not me
continue
actually rolling.
Just
Yeah, I
make sure it's
can't.
rolling.
My character sheet's still not.
No, so Phaedra, you haven't. You don't recognise anything about any rumours of a ragged man or anything else like that.
No,
It sounds-
people
sounds just
rocking up
like
at a camp randomly.
It sounds just like a a myth, some sort of boogeyman that this kid's mum has told him.
Okay.
yeah, nice fact.
Cool.
But there's all sorts of supernatural things out there. I mean, there's a fairy out there as well.
Can I look into this kid to see if he's like full on believes this stuff?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Yeah, sick. Like, is it just like folklore to him, or is it it's truth? Holy shit! That 20.
Nice.
Yeah, so he you look at him and he's like, there's fairy. You notice his hand go into one of the pockets of his tunic, and you hear a slight clinking sound as a couple of coins, it sounds like, clink together.
He's like, yeah, there's a fairy out there as well. I know there's all sorts of things out there. You know, luckily all the gods are dead now, but there's all other sorts of things out there. You never know what's. Some things are nice. Some help us out. Some are nasty, and the crocodile guards keep us safe.
Okay, that's all you're giving me on a nat 20.
Yep. I mean, it's an
Okay.
insight check.
I mean, like he
he
genuinely
absolutely
believes it.
He
Yeah.
genuinely, especially this fairy business. Like,
Okay.
you hear coins clinking in his pocket as he's like touching coins
Okay.
in one of his pockets.
Okay.
He's a
yeah,
great hero,
he's-
so he's pretty gullible.
Okay. All right.
But you only gave him one copper coin as well, so he's got other money from somewhere,
Interesting.
which is
Okay.
unusual, I guess, from a kid, unless he got him from somewhere else. Actually, I'll say with a nat 20 as well, you definitely see him looking towards the north gate.
Okay. All right. Great. I'll use that knowledge to my advantage somehow. All right. Thank you. I just play along with the kid and just keep going along with his fantasy stories. Just listen to everything he's got to tell me as he tries to drag the oxen along.
He's like, well, as he's like rattling on along about a couple other stories, like, oh, do you want to know a secret? I can tell you a secret. Come over here. And he, like,
I'm
waves you over.
I'm full on trying to please this kid at this point, and I want to hear the secret.
Yeah, because you're just so like you're selling it. You're listening to this kid
Yeah,
picking up,
yeah.
Nodding along. And he's like, oh, come over here. And he waves you away from the rest of the crowd. He goes, no, you can't tell this to anyone else, okay? You have to keep it a secret.
I hold my hand down and go, it's a bard's secret, mate.
Oh, it shakes your hand.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay. So sometimes there's this fairy that lives up near the north gate somewhere. Do you know how I know he's there?
You know, mate.
So sometimes this group of men come by here, and one of them, he pays me. He plucks out one of his beard hairs, and he pays me to go outside the gate and turn over one of the rocks. So it's painted white on top, and I put the beard hair underneath the rock. I put the rock back down with the white side facing up, and then I come back in and I just leave it. Now he says I'm not allowed to peek, otherwise the fairy will see me and it won't come back. But every morning I go out there and check, and sometimes a couple of days later, sometimes a couple of weeks, the rock has turned back up again, and where the beard hair was, there's now a shiny silver coin. He pulls out like these 3 shiny silver coins in his pocket. The fairy left me these for just in exchange for one of these beard hairs.
Oh, wow. Wow, the fairy's so nice to you, isn't he? Oh, she? He?
I don't know. I've never seen them, but
You've never peeked?
the big man. No. Albert said that if
Oh, okay, here we go.
if I peek, then the fairy would go away. Yeah, that nice man Albert. He gives me
Okay.
a copper coin and a beard, and then I just flip open the thingy for Albert, and then I get this silver coin.
Okay. All right. I'm guessing with my insight, I finally put two and two together, and I play along with the kid as much as I can. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's very interesting, isn't it? The fairy's very generous to you, giving you those silver pieces. Make sure you keep a hold on them. They're very valuable.
Oh, I will. And pops them back into his pouch.
Very good. And then I sort of take that knowledge and when I get a chance to pass it on to Vharik and Phaedra, more Phaedra because she's going to be able to put two and two together. I hope.
It's like, was I just listening then?
No, he took me away. So I go
off to the side. It was
I go and break the secret, and I will tell Phaedra when I get a chance. When the kid's obviously left.
Yeah, so he tells you that this man called Albert shows up
Albert, yeah.
and plucks out one of his beard hairs and
Yeah.
gives a kid a coin and in exchange apparently takes this rock and flips it upside down. That's painted white on the top, and then sometime later, sometimes days, sometimes weeks, that rock is flipped back again, and there's a coin underneath.
Fantastic. And I obviously, using this information, Thok is well aware that Albert was his leader.
Yes.
And I try and hoax him into giving me as much as he would know in this retrospect. This is very, very interesting fairy. I don't know what to make of the fairy business.
Yeah, Thok is just like, I don't know. Albert comes through here, and he just goes off doing things by himself. You know, we usually just go into the longhouse and just have some beer and food, but Albert comes in here and does all sorts of things by himself. I don't know. I never involve myself with him.
As I said, I've passed this information on whenever the kid leaves. Getting a beer, Calliope says.
She's in the inn, isn't she?
Yeah, checks out to me. Okay. I
Did we want to check out
would
this?
love to investigate this with the help of my slaves that I've got locked up. And we'll grab Thok along the way as well to see what happens.
So you want to go up to the gate and have a look-see?
So it's...
I would love to, but I sort of want to tell the rest of the crew. Did anyone else join me, or is it just Phaedra and Vharik up here, along with Thok and Alexandra? It's just us four, isn't it?
Calliope and Derek were having a chat about Druid craft and how I think they're lesser than wizards.
Okay, all right, classic sister.
Are you guys going into the inn?
Yes.
But before I investigate, I am going to leave Phaedra in charge with her shackles off, and Vharik with his shackles off, obviously. And they're going to hide it as much as they can, that they're not actually locked up.
Yeah, you can fake, the shackles are undone, they're just holding him around their wrists sort of thing. Yeah, that's easy enough.
And I'm going to go grab the rest of the crew and tell them exactly what the kid has told me. Knowing that I'm a dumb bard and I've probably misinterpreted something along the way.
Anyway, so while this conversation has been going on, I'll drag everyone across the inn while the three of you guys are in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Just in case you guys want to be doing it.
I'm just in on everything tonight.
I can see. Phaedra's not in there. Technically.
No, Phaedra's not in there. So I was just using you
Yeah, no.
before.
Technically, I'm not.
So we have Calliope, we've got Derek, and we have... who else was with you? Atticus.
Ooh.
I'll just grab the party there so
I
everyone...
was going to say, I don't see shit.
There we go.
I don't see shit.
So as you guys approach down into this longhouse style building, you see it as you step through the longhouse doors. You walk down a short earthen slope to the sunken floor, which is just hard packed dirt, pretty much, almost hard packed and almost polished to a sheen. It's like that solid clay. The interior is dim and cool in a single long hearth runs down the center of the room with a few tables. Up along the edges, you can see the northern edge along here. There's just a bunch of, cooking utensils and stores and a few bits and pieces of weapons and some rugs. Down on here, you can see piles of straw covered over in blankets and simple bedding, platforms more so than actual beds. There's a raised kitchen area where you can see a young-ish woman, maybe 34, 35-year-old woman here, chopping up vegetables and putting into a pot. Down on this side here towards the west, you can see a couple of slightly raised rooms with open doorways. But as you come in, sorry, Lucas is not in there at the moment. You can see there's one of the soldiers is sitting at a table just drinking from a mug of beer. He just looks up to give you a bit of a glance as you come in. And the lady looks up and sees you. Blonde hair and a long brown dress all the way down over her arms. But the side of her face as she looks up, you can see is just like very, very badly scarred, as if it's been burnt a few years ago. Yeah, she looks up as you come in and says, "Oh, welcome. Come inside, please. Come in. Take a seat. Do you all need would you like an ale or some mead?"
I
I'd
believe my
love some
friends would love some drinks and food.
Oh, dinner will be ready in about 30 minutes or so. If you would like to take a seat, and I'll bring some down to you when it's ready.
Too easy. Sit right.
Yeah, my name's Lagath as she approaches and plonks down a couple of tankards of ale in front of you all.
I excitedly grab some.
Whilst I have you here, Tagathar, well, I'm going to slide a
Lagath.
Lagathar. Lagath or
Lagath.
just Lagath? Okay,
Just
sorry.
Lagath.
Oh, I don't know how I misheard that. And I'll give her like one of my gold pieces. Man, I'm getting poor.
That would be plenty for. Are you staying the night as well?
Yeah. So
Oh,
we'll
of
be
course.
staying there.
This will take care. I'll get some more bedding and some fresh straw in as well as some fresh blankets for you.
I'll also give her a silver piece and say, I'm also looking for any rumors or information you can give me, especially on anything to do with slave trading.
Oh, we don't take kindly with slave trading around here at all. The Crocodile Regiment wouldn't settle for that.
But have you heard of anything or anyone in particular doing that nearby?
Well, not directly. I did hear that there have been slaves taken, but nothing directly. There's always people missing, but it's hard to tell whether they were killed by beasts or I guess taken by slavers. But no, I would never let any slavers come through here.
That's fine. On to less depressing rumors. Have you heard anything of interest?
Well, honestly, it's been a fairly quiet time for a bit. We have had a few herders came by in the last couple of days. They've been working the fields for us for a while now. Old Amado, he's a good sort, but he's getting on in the years, so he likes to settle down sometimes. He does enjoy a good gossip, though, and loves to spread a rumor of all sorts. He might be a good chap to talk with, if you like. But no, other than that, it's been quiet. I mean, we were expecting a delivery of pickled herring from the north to arrive yesterday, but hasn't shown yet. I hope slavers, if there's slavers out there, they haven't gone to the wagon.
I'm sure they're fine. 2 more questions and I'll leave you be. 1, where can I find this man?
Oh, you would have seen him out in the out in the paddock. He usually sleeps out there with his herd of goats.
Okay, and 2.
Ramado is his name.
Ramado.
Yes,
And
Ramado.
building to the south of us, what is that?
Oh, well, that's the barracks with the Crocodile Regiment. They quarter there most of the time. Hey, Everard, and she waves over the soldier up here, and he wanders over and he's like, "Hey there, laggard. What's going on? What can I do for you?" She goes, "Oh, have you? These gentlemen are asking about
slavers. And you see him, he just almost looks angry at the mention of slavers. And he's like, goddamn slavers. No, we won't take counter with any slavers around here. I'd rather kill them. I mean, we fought for years to get rid of the shackles of the gods on our neck. There's no way that I'd take counter to mortals tying down people as well.
Calliope,
Good
like,
sir.
physically relaxes. Like, she's like, oh my god, we're safe. Thank god.
Good sir, I can assure you we aren't slavers. We just had an issue running into them, and we were looking to find their network, essentially. To just send them a message that we won't go quietly.
We do have all sorts of random people coming along through here, but none of them have, talked anything about slaving. But they know better than to mention slaves to the Crocodile Regiment. We'd hunt them down quicker than they could eat a fly.
Well, that definitely makes me feel safer staying here. Thank you, kind sir.
But if there were slavers hiding out there, down the swamps, there's all sorts of caves and holes. I mean, you could probably hide half a goddamn army down there.
Well, thank you very much for the information, and I'll go back to just having a drink.
Much obliged. Y'all stay safe. He finishes his tanker. So, thanks, Lagatha. I'm going to go get back on duty again. And he wanders out the door.
People drink on
Seems
duty,
nice.
Can't believe they let people drink and then go back on duty. It's a bit loose here.
That's the dream. I wish I could do that while I was at school. I'd be half cut all the time.
Just, I do plan on going in there to find them. By the way,
Yeah, at this point, yeah, you guys have probably finished chatting from up there, and you all can come wandering in as well. Where are we? Are you bringing in Vharik and Phaedra with you?
I have to leave one of them there with Thok. I'll leave it up to them who wants to stay.
Thok is attached to Phaedra at this stage.
I'd stay behind.
Phaedra's staying, and I bring Vharik in. I guess he's still shackled, which looks horrible, but I'd rather him here so we can figure out what's going on.
Zag walks in and just looks at the tankets on the table and just starts drooling.
Calliope will shift over so he can sit down.
Okay.
Whoa,
Sorry.
Derek, get off my lap, you weirdo.
As you come in, you see Lagath grabs another couple of tankers and quickly wanders them over to the table. She does give a very odd look, seeing the shackles around Vharik's wrist, but looks towards you, Atticus, and is like, she like gives you the look of like, whoop, good money buys silence. So here's a couple of other tankards of ale.
Sure, we'll take it.
Sorry.
I come in and stand around the table and grab an ale as well and start having a sip.
And sees my hands are shackled. I'm going to look at the owl, look at Calliope, look at the owl, look at Calliope.
Bloody drink with your hands?
What's that? I'm shackled.
I was imagining they're shackled in front
They're
of
not
you,
shackled
but-
behind, but yeah.
Like this. Like this.
Why would
Okay.
we
He's just playing it.
Calliope's like, I'm not. If you're this fucking stupid, you've got no fucking hope. But
I'm gonna go to pick up a tankard of ale with my hands shackled and just like spill it on the table and then back once again. Look at Calliope. Look at the ale.
Calliope, like full on, you're sitting to the right. She's like, so Derek, if you turned into a cat and we poured ale down your mouth, would you get drunk faster?
I've never tried this.
Lagath slowly wanders away, looking very concerned. It goes back to looks like she's making some sort of soup.
Or, even smaller, if you went into a mouse and I just dropped you into the ale, would you get drunk really fast?
Well, that makes more sense because cat me only drinks milk. So, yeah, we could try mouse. If
Yes,
that works.
please. This is for science.
Why be always wanting to learn? God damn it.
Fuck. I don't think I have a mouse wild shape.
What's
Nice.
what's the smallest thing you can turn into, and I'll
Well-
force feed you beer.
Well, a badger.
Okay,
I think a cat is smaller than a badger.
just
Yeah,
don't
he said
scratch.
he said
Yeah,
he only drinks milk as a
Yeah,
cat.
but
is what he
cat
said.
me can only drink milk, mate.
Do you promise not to attack me as a badger?
I promise.
I feel like badgers are gonna be a much more sturdier.
And aggressive.
Well, the next smallest thing is a mastiff.
We could put it down on the ground and you could drink it like a dog.
A
because
dog
you are
getting
one.
drunk. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, do that. Do the mastiff.
All right, sick. How do I do that? How do I do wild shape?
So you see Derek starts stripping off naked, and what do you say?
Oh, yeah, better strip off naked, and I'll put all my clothes in a bag so it's nice and neat in my bag.
no.
And before I shapeshift, I will tell you a fun fact that mastiffs can weigh up to 100 kilos. Did you know that, Bryce?
How much
I
do
did
you
know
weigh?
that.
Moose weighs
You
Because
weigh.
if you just got bigger than yourself, this is a waste of alcohol.
So you just let him do it at this point.
Whatever, yeah. And then I'm gonna wave to Lagarth and be like, can I get some more beer, please, to give to my pet dog here? Even though she
You
probably just saw him transform into.
Yeah, she most certainly did. And she's just like, whew, right?
Mastiff?
Money buys cooperation, I guess. And she, pours. She goes to pour it into like a mug, and then grabs a bowl instead, and fills that up with some
Perfect.
ale, and comes and puts it down. Goes to put it on the table, put it on the floor. On
Do you have
the
a dog
floor. I
bowl?
feel you're going to make a mess. Please. Okay. All right. There you go.
Yep.
Oh,
alright,
God.
sick.
The stupid
skull.
adventure has
And now-
made it in.
Now Calliope is this is the happiest she's been in a while since everyone died. So this is a distraction, and she's cheering him on like chug chug chug.
Yep.
Still,
Have to do
still first year, I'm going to kneel beside him and start drinking beside him as well.
What, out of the same bowl?
Out of the same bowl.
Right. Vharik and Mastiff. Derek, give me a Constitution saving throw. See who can
god!
get down the most booze.
Whilst licking it like a dog.
Oh no!
What did Derek get?
Oh no! You both are terrible.
Oh, these are both fucked up.
Was that your stats or the Mastiffs?
Oh shit! How do I do the mastiffs?
You gotta just look at their modifier.
Yeah, give me a.
Quick
okay.
Google Mastiff D&D 5ed. And,
Right.
I'll have a look.
I think you can just look it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
wait,
it's
no,
too
wait.
slow. You should. I mean, normally you
Oh,
can
yeah.
access the Mastiff's character sheet by
Yeah,
shift
but
clicking,
that's gonna take.
but
that's
it's going to
gonna
take forever.
No, it's working. It's working. It's got a constitution of +1.
Oh,
Oh,
there
so
you
it's a
go.
draw.
Yeah. 8 plus. It's 8 versus 8.
It's a draw, so you're neck and neck. Like at one stage, Vharik headbutts the Mastiff out of the way, and then the Mastiff headbutts Vharik back out of the way, and then like starts drinking, and
So
half
who's
the time the
growling the
Mastiff's tongue,
most?
half the time Mastiff's tongue is going into Varric's mouth to try to get the beer back out again. And then Vharik at one stage like slips over where he's trying to like grab the bowl with his shackled hands, and the two of you just like, and you neck and neck manage to drink at least some of the beer, the ale.
Are
I
we
feel like
making
I'm playing a
mess?
jaunty tune for them while they're doing
Yeah,
this.
good. So yeah,
It's got the
Calliope.
bagpipe sound, it's like...
So Calliope's loving the music, loving the drinking contest. She's actually really happy. She's forgotten all the world problems right now.
What has Calliope been eating?
Not
Atticus,
much. She's drunk.
Atticus is like the complete opposite. He's just like, why am I stuck with a bunch of young idiots?
I'm just picturing Atticus just pinching the bridge of his nose, just like.
Doing these ones like,
But Lagarth will come up and top up the. Quite enjoying this demonstration and top up, and she actually puts. You see a shot of something stronger in there as well.
Yes.
Yes! What's her name?
Strange
So,
Lagarth.
Another-
Lagarth, okay.
Another constitution to see who gets fucked up first.
Yep. So both here. Let's go again. This time, as you go to start drinking, it like brings a bit of tears to your eyes.
Or Remember, that's +1.
Oh! And
She's
yeah,
got
the
a plus
massive
one.
just like whoosh, just downing it. And yeah, Vharik, you're not sure. Maybe it's because like your head is underneath like the rest of your body. It is just
Might be
going
that he's
straight to your
shackled.
brain. And you're currently under the poison condition as this boost has just gone straight to your brain, and you're like, whoa, just like everything's starting to sway. But the mastiff's having a good old time.
More.
Woof, woof.
Calliope's even starting to dance, but she never dances to her brother's music.
No
That's
one to be outdone by a dog. I'm going to keep going.
Right, Lagath comes along behind Zolmos and Atticus and tops it up again and puts another shot,
Another
and,
save.
and then just like sits back onto one of the benches back behind to enjoy the show. And you see, she was looking a little bit dour when you came in, but she's starting to grin and chuckle as
Oh
well.
my god. Vharik, please do not die to a drinking contest.
he's passed out face down in a bowl.
So much use you
I think he's
are.
drowning.
Right, Mastiff Derek, roll it.
He's got 17.
He's already done it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Or
I've seen.
18 again.
Yeah, the Mastiff just freaking downs it again, just like easy, just shakes his head and slobber just splatters across Calliope, across Vharik, across the table. Just strings of drool coming out of his mouth. Vharik, you stand up and suddenly everything is swaying. Oh boy. And you stumble and start falling backwards towards the fire behind
Oh
you.
god. Calliope will try and not catch him because she's too weak, but like push him away from the flame.
Give me that athletics check.
Oh no, I'm so weak.
Legs.
Wait, I'm closest to him. Can I try to jump up and catch him with my jaw?
Yeah, give me an athletics check with the doggo. So that's plus one.
Oh,
I will assist.
I'll
At
just
advantage.
cast Control Flame, you knobs.
No,
Oh yeah, you're
burn
sober.
Control
instead.
flame.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
sober. Yeah, we're all drunk.
Because I was about to cast Dissonant Whispers to make sure he doesn't go near things that are dangerous.
So as,
Have
how are
you
you
done the
controlling the
stats?
flames, Atticus? What are you doing with it?
I can extinguish him, so as he's falling, I'd extinguish him before he lands on him.
No
You'd
worries.
still
So
be hot coals.
Mastiff roll athletics check at advantage because Calliope and the Mastiff like leap towards Vharik.
Phaedra is upset that she's missing this.
Oh,
Bet you
yeah.
she is. I bet you're dealing with a
nice.
young thok.
So yeah, you two manage to like grab Vharik. Like the Mastiff actually like bites onto a wrist. Calliope like tries to grab some of the manacles and drag him back as the fire. You realise it was. You didn't need to do that as the fire behind him just peters out into nothing but nice warm coals.
Oh.
Varric's still feeling the shame of being beaten in a drinking contest by a dog. Is like, get off me, you dog! What are you looking at? What are you
Question out of
looking at?
this: How loose are the manacles?
Yeah,
Is he gonna
this
pop
where
out of them at any
Yeah,
time?
that's what I'm thinking. I quickly turn to, what's her name? Lagath.
Yep.
And stop playing my music. Quickly put it aside and go, you're a young lad out there. How much interaction do you have with him? And trying to start distracting her.
She's like, oh, Lucas, he's a good lad. I adopted him a couple of years ago after his parents were killed during the war. He's a good chap. Takes care of the animals and cleans up around the place.
I go, I feel like he'll turn into a fine, they're Crocodile Warriors, is that what they're called?
Yeah, Crocodile Regiment.
Crocodile. I feel like one day he'll be a fine warrior within the Crocodile Regiment.
As long
However-
as he doesn't end up getting burned like the rest of them.
And you see her like put her hand to her face as these like one side of her face she's like quite an attractive lady. The other side of her face is just like burn scars down the side of it.
She's like, well, I hope he doesn't have to get burned like they did during the war. But if he's going to be a good boy. He's going to keep us safe.
He is a fine young lad, and you, as a Crocodile Regiment, are a fantastic group. However, has he told you any secrets lately? I go to break his secret to her.
Secrets?
Oh, you tell him.
I am going to disclose to Lagath what he has told me.
She's like, oh,
Wait, do I hear this?
He hadn't mentioned anything about that. I mean, yeah, that group of of men do come through every so often. What on earth would Albert be doing giving him coins? That doesn't sound like. I mean, there's no fairies up near the gate. That's bizarre. There must be someone going and turning that stone back. Maybe someone.
By the way, I'm making sure because Atticus is obviously not drunk at this point. I'm like making sure he's listening to everything that I'm saying to make sure that I don't fuck up because I'm a dumbass. And I'm like, right. So, what could this fairy be that he's talking about?
That's right.
I don't know. Well, I would imagine that. I mean, there's definitely no fairies around here. The Crocodile Regiment would see them off. But I mean, people come and go through that gate all the time. Really, when they're travelling up north to the Banner Accord. I mean, we're always having groups of travellers coming through or traders. Maybe one of them is putting a coin underneath a rock. Maybe it's some sort of marker.
Zolmos,
I look at Atticus. Yes.
my simple-minded friend.
Yes.
It's obviously a mark to let Albert's slave trader know he's in town with products. Someone will
Interesting.
obviously come check the rock. Once it's been checked, a deal goes down, and they probably leave the fine young man some money, so that way their hands are kept clean from the ordeal.
Thank you, Atticus. I look at Vharik. Has he broken out of his chains unintentionally?
I'll leave it up to you, Vharik. Would you have had the wherewithal to like remove your hands from the chain?
Do another con save. Do another con save.
Because I'm feeling like if he's broken out to Atticus, sorry, this is purely to Atticus. If he's broken out, it's time to let her in on the plan. If not, I'll say we'll deal with this.
Still on the chains, throwing up violently in the fire.
Con save at disadvantage, surely.
I mean, surely she's not dumb enough. But I'll look at Atticus. I'll look at her and say, let our group deal with this, and we'll leave the Crocodile Regiment's what's the word I'm looking for? Dignity intact, so they know they haven't been taken advantage of.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
Okay, I'll between you and me.
Between you and me, and I slip her a silver coin and say thank you, lovely, and
pockets that up.
and I'll deal with it with our crew.
She pockets it and mimes sewing her lips together because there's no such thing as zips yet. She's like,
Sure.
yeah, she was like, all right, no, I won't tell anyone, but I might go. Do you know where Lucas is? I might go have a quick chat with him and. What?
No.
No,
Calliope's dog is dead.
Lucas, a fine young lad. I last saw him with my oxen. I believe he is finishing working with my ox, and he should be up at the state.
Oh, I might go have a quick word with him about this fairy business. I don't want him dealing with Albert.
Oh god, he's gonna fucking hate me. He's gonna hate me.
Before you go,
Lucas is gonna hate me.
Before she goes, I'll just be telling her, you don't have to worry about Albert no more. We dealt with that man. He has passed on to the next life. But
you killed him.
Oh, yeah,
What was he up to? What was he doing?
you remember how I was mentioning slavers earlier?
That group of soldiers were slavers.
That's correct.
The group of ruffians. Oh my! I need. Well, I'm going to go get Lucas anyway. I'll be right back with Lucas anyway.
Oh god, Lucas is gonna fucking hate me.
She like rushes back out the door, heading up to the stables.
No. Oh well, he's going to the dark side, boys. Anyway,
Vharik is vomiting profusely.
Well, Calliope,
look at the crew.
you caused this mess. You can drag him back up to.
The dog isn't drunk yet. The test isn't over.
Oh no.
And you're not my dad. He's dead. And then tears. So now she's drunk, crying, and patting the dog while it drinks. Like,
Zolmos is not used to this.
Like, there.
Yes.
And Calliope's just getting covered in just mastiff like drool,
Oh.
and just glaring at Atticus and just.
and then every so often she just like colours part of the fur purple with prestidigitation.
Yes.
She's like, oh, that's cute, and then crying again.
She's like looking worse and worse. I'm like, there, like casting prestidigitation while trying to like, because I know she likes to be clean, so I'm like, I'll
Aw.
clean her up as much as I can.
The emotions are hitting me.
Pampering the child. These
Hey.
aren't the only people in this world who have experienced loss.
Okay, Atticus, we get it, mate. But fucking, she's my sister. I have to take
That's
care.
it. So really drunkenly, she pulls out her spell book and she's going along and she's like, "You bastard!" And then she's like, "Suggestion. All right, okay. Be
That acts
nice
as
to me.
disadvantage, surely.
Be nice to me.
Be nice to me. Suggestion."
All right, roll a saving throw. What is it? Wisdom?
Wisdom,
Yeah.
I believe it's a 14.
Surely that should be an advantage. That would be a dodgy ass spell to do drunk.
Wait,
Nah,
where
she's
is
not
it?
drunk enough. She's.
Well, from what he was fucking talking about it being, sounds like she is.
She's not white girl yet, but she's just like
Not white girl yet.
emotional and. I could do a save, but
Vharik is very much at disadvantage for pretty much everything.
what is it?
Right up
So
there.
I can't wait to see Vharik
my spell
play.
save is 14. So you just
Yeah,
gotta
right,
roll
right,
a
right.
wisdom saving throw.
What the fuck's that?
So top of your character sheet, you have your saving throws. Underneath your proficiency bonus, just click on that. Your wisdom one.
Wait, can you guys roll within there? Because I can't.
So you should just
Ah.
click
Are
it
you sure?
the very top of it. So of it far left, wisdom. Just click the
Yeah,
word.
and just click on the word wisdom. Yeah, it's not working.
Oh.
I was rolling D20.
What's your number anyway?
That's 0, so it wouldn't matter.
Something's
There you go.
come
You
up.
fail.
No, that's
Oh,
mine.
shit.
Oh.
Oh.
That was my
Sorry, my
wisdom.
bad,
For some
my
reason,
bad,
it
sorry.
didn't say
Just
Calliope.
roll a straight d20 and we'll
Well, you
Yeah.
can go into
modify.
Dice Roller and just add your
You
stuff to
failed.
it.
You failed.
So for the next 8 hours, while Calliope is maintaining
Well,
concentration,
She can't even maintain concentration, so she's probably
Yeah,
going to
see?
only concentrate for like 15 minutes.
Oh,
You're
draw some
nice to
more.
her, and then she's like back to drinking. So
Oh, God.
yeah, the spell peters out fairly quickly as Calliope continues drinking. But Zolmos, I'll get you to make a dexterity saving throw for me as you hear a couple of footsteps and a from behind you.
Oh no, the kids come to get me already. An 11.
As just a clot of just thick. You think it's mud for a second, and then. Oh, that's not mud. That smells remarkably like your oxygen. As just
Your fresh patty.
I deserve
fresh,
it. I deserve
fresh
it.
feces just
I
splatting
deserve
your
it.
head.
I
And
broke
Lucas
the
comes
kid.
running
Yeah.
past you,
Yeah.
crying.
I'm
and
sorry, mate. I'm sorry.
Tries to kick you in the shin on the way past.
I, you know what? I just bow my head and keep patting Calliope in the back, like.
And he does. He connects. Not enough to do any damage, but he boots you in the shin and goes running, crying into the bedroom down here.
At least you're rich for your age! I just yell at him, and I'm like, I suck.
Lagath comes back in. She's like, I'm sorry. Here, let me get you a cloth to clean that off with. I'm
That-
sorry. You didn't
that-
take that too well.
Thank you. Yeah.
Comes back and starts like with a damp cloth trying to wipe.
Oh, you're dropping.
I certainly appreciate Lagath's attempt, but I fucked up.
And we're back.
Yep.
Yeah, comes in with a damp cloth trying to wipe off the worst of the mess.
Yeah, I totally appreciate it. As I said, you didn't hear, but yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, I know. Even a dumb bard, yeah, I fucked up. But someone had to know.
It was for the best. I mean, thank you very much for telling me. I want to keep Lucas safe, so I mean, I had to tell him that we couldn't deal with Albert anymore, and there wasn't a fairy, but he'll get over it eventually. As Calliope is now starting to get horrifically drunk and losing concentration.
Okay, I'm somehow coaxing the entire crew. Atticus, please help me out here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get everyone to go and investigate what the fuck this is, because this is should have happened. should happen hours ago, but I got Calliope drunk. So let Calliope get drunk, and I just continuously press a dissertation as the more the dog slobbers and she cries.
Can Phaedra just walk straight up to the gate?
So
I'm coming to get you, Phaedra. I'm coming to get you.
I guess one more question, and that's going to be, where did Albert reside? Like, what was his day-to-day doings? Did he come here to drink and then hung out at a certain area for most of the day, or?
Oh no, he mostly they would just pass through, him and his group. I mean, gang, I guess I should call them. They pass through for just an evening and move on. But they were definitely coming from the south. They always hung out down to the south. They regularly came through that gate. So I mean, if they had a hideout or something, it's probably down in the swamps.
Oh, okay.
Man, we have to investigate the rock. We have to.
Yeah.
Whether we do a fake fucking plant or if we, just investigate it, I don't really care. We just need our drunk crew to come help me out for a moment. Just for a moment. I mean, only 3 of them are drunk. That's pretty good. That's half the crew.
The dog's drunk by this.
Do it in the morning.
No, the dog's been doing really good checks.
The morning? Yeah, but I was told it happened at night. I don't know. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb bart, let's be honest.
You can check it out now if you want.
I'm talking to Atticus about this, and I feel like Atticus has the wits about it.
I reckon for the night, we grab the non-intoxicated members. We grab a hair off of Thok and place it under the said rock, and we take shifts watching to see if anything happens during the night.
Okay, Atticus, I agree, mate. Yeah, I agree.
Well, let's get to it.
I don't know if we got a bed for the night, but I look at.
I paid for a room.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, he's paid plenty of money. You can see there's not so much a room as there's a bunch of sleeping platforms down the bottom down here.
Oh, scene. Yeah.
They're essentially just platforms stuffed with straw with some some rugs draped over the top.
You know what? I think Calliope deserves to get as drunk as she wants. So I let her.
She's between drinking. Well, we haven't eaten yet because dinner's
Dinner's still about. Dinner should be ready soon.
Oh my god!
So Calliope is like drinking, pouring alcohol to the dog, and Vharik still crying, and then laughing, and then crying again. Like she's a mess.
Okay, all right. Look, honestly, I'm just gonna let it go. Like I feel like she deserves it, and I just let it go, and I take the responsibility of being the responsible sibling for the night. I let it go, and I head out to Phaedra to tell her what our idea is for the night.
No worries.
Yeah.
So, whoever wants to go, I mean, Calliope and Vharik are pretty wasted. The dog's not wasted yet.
Yeah, how?
The dog's been rolling really good checks.
The one Westie. Roll another Constitution, you bastard. I can't believe how well you did.
Bro, sorry, Brooker, I weigh 100 kilos.
He's a big
Yeah.
boy.
No, he's a
Sorry.
big
Sorry.
guy.
Who's a
Sure.
big boy?
Roll another one,
Go
Westie.
Alright. Oh, fuck.
There we go. And the boozer's finally got to the dog's head as suddenly he stands up, wagging his tail to like follow everyone else out, and just like starts stumbling and just like slams into Calliope's leg, almost knocking the table over.
Had to.
Can't wait
back
for the
up to
morning
you.
when there's this naked druid lying on the table, naked.
And Atticus. So yeah, the two of you wander on up and collect Phaedra.
Vharik's no longer there.
Vharik is most certainly passed out down there.
Oh.
Passed out. No, you're still drinking, but you're all well and truly very drunk. And Calliope's kind of not letting you leave. She's just keeps force feeding you.
Get my face into the bowl. Drink.
just jamming the face and then just jamming the dog's face in, and yeah, making a whole mess of everything. But the three of you leaving the oxen and the prison area as it's now turned into, move up towards the northern gate. You can see the sun has now gone down, and the stars are out. And as you look up into the night sky, it's the first time some of you guys have really seen the clear night sky for quite a long time, with living out in the forest. And you remember before the war, you would have seen a bright white moon illuminating the darkness. Now there's just a band of twinkling lights stand out in the otherwise black moonless sky. Across the middle of the hemisphere above you. No.
Sorry, just ignore us.
So yeah, across the middle of the sky you can see what's become to known as the falling tears. Just shards of the shattered moon just constantly raining down in almost a constant meteor shower. With the meteorites just coming down and burning up in the atmosphere. But it's quite a cool, clear night as you approach the northern gate, which is now closed for the evening. What would you like to do?
The guards there?
Looking around, you can see up on top of the earthen berm, behind one of the walls, there's a guard leaning, quite bored-looking, on the stone wall.
I'll call out to him and be like, would you kindly open the gate for us? We just want to go out quickly and check something.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's nighttime out there. There's all sorts of dangerous things out there. You sure you won't go out?
That's fine, sir. We are dangerous ourselves.
I mean, all right, but, I mean, it's your funeral. Just knock when you want to come back in, okay?
No worries.
And he, you see him, he hops onto the ladder that runs down the side of the gatehouse and climbs down and pulls the gate open, allowing you to slip through a narrow gap, and then pulls it closed again. You can hear a heavy bolt get driven home.
Absolute idiot. I should have kept the kid on my side. We could have brought him out with us.
White
yeah,
rock.
I'm looking for the White Rock.
Give me a perception or investigation check, your choice.
Can we do it as a group?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
because
allow it.
all of us would be looking for it. So.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, true. If you're spreading out, you can each do a check, or you can do one person with advantage if you want.
What
would
are
you
we
guys
doing?
prefer?
I think it's an investigation because we're
Investigation
looking.
is yeah,
looking
it's more
for it.
accurate.
Yeah, but what are we doing? Are we going to do advantage or just all of us roll?
I got a +2 on my investigation.
I feel like
Got it.
if all of us roll, we have better odds. Cause...
Okay, sure. Straight roll, all of us.
So you all spread out and start searching for clues.
Mine's terrible.
Oh, God, I'm going
Yours
low
is
numbers
terrible.
this week.
I accidentally clicked on Discord for some reason. Sorry, I'm getting there.
You're right, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
Zolmos and Phaedra drift over to the right-hand side of the road, off towards the east, and they're checking, looking at all these rocks, turning them over. Atticus, with your superior night vision,
Yeah.
you instantly see just a hint of white, just off, about 20 feet or so off to the west of the road. There's a kind of small-ish boulder, about the size of 2 fists, hamburger-sized boulder, a decent-sized burger as well. And you can just make out just the barest little hint of white paint poking out from underneath it. As you approach it, you can see, this is very likely the rock that he was talking about. As you can see, the bottom half of it seems to be painted, where the top of it is untouched.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I guess I'll pull a hair out of my head. And-
With that investigation check as well,
Oh.
I'll give you, as you're starting to approach, you do see it. There's there's 2 sets of footprints that you can see approaching this. One of them is quite clearly a small child's feet. The prints that you see, he's not wearing shoes. Must have been in barefoot last time he came out here to check it. The other set of shoes, you see just quite simple, fairly plain shoe prints, and they're fairly small. Maybe either one of the smaller races, a hobbit, or not a hobbit, a halfling, or some sort of small race, or maybe just a small female.
Okay then.
Yeah, you do
Jeez.
see another set of fairly small footprints approaching.
So I'll call the others over. I'll be like, found it. And I'll point out the footprints as well to them.
Yeah.
So I reckon we still do shift tonight.
Okay.
But in the morning, when everyone has recuperated, we can follow these tracks.
Is there any place outside to sort of like hide behind?
No. So looking around, you can see any sort of large foliage, like any large bushes, and even that, pretty much chopped down flat
Yeah.
out to a good,
sense.
300 feet out from the edges of the fortress. You surmise that the Crocodile Regiment keeps it cut fairly short, so it'd be very, very hard to approach undetected to the fort.
Makes sense.
Something real small coming up there.
So, did we want to see if we can gain access to the top run?
It'd be fairly easy to. It's quite a steep earthen berm. You could crawl your way up there without too much difficulty.
But it's
Why don't we
more
just-
to the point, they'd probably be asking questions why we're going to be.
Yeah, why don't we
As
just
they-
ask the guards to keep
As you're
an
looking
eye?
around, the regiment soldier up here is, you see him, he's leaning on the low stone wall, just looking curiously at whatever the hell you guys are doing out there in the nighttime.
Should we go ask him and see if he's seen anything?
We're just asking to keep an eye out for us tonight.
But, like,
I reckon Phaedra is
If they-
on the right.
Well, if they'd seen anything, they would have, like, someone would have mentioned it, surely.
I know, but that's what I'm thinking. Is that area too far away to see whatever is approaching this rock? Because it's small feet, a small race potentially, a fairy. We've been told.
Jeez.
Like,
Well,
it's something
things
small
first.
enough to hide itself. Do we have to be blatantly obvious about trying to find this thing? Do we have to disguise ourselves and try and catch it off guard?
what do I have?
I don't know. That's just my initial thought.
Can I detect magic?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, I shall do that. I can't.
What's it look like? Does it look like anything in particular?
I haven't thought that far yet. Probably.
Sound like me with my songs.
It'll probably pick up like some sort of like, because all of the stuff is gold light. So like a white.
see this just-
aura.
Shade of gold just flash in Phaedra's eyes for a second, and glancing around. Other than the magical bits and pieces that you see on your fellow compatriots, and on Atticus, on his helmet especially is slightly glowing. Currently not wearing the helmet, but you can see the glow coming through his backpack. Other than that, nothing. No sign at all of any sort of magical shenanigans going on.
Okay. I agree with Atticus at this stage. We're gonna have to follow those footsteps later in the day. Do we from what we know, the rain was super heavy last night, and these footprints are fresh, so it's obviously something new. I'm assuming, or is that too smart for Zolmos?
So with that investigation check, it looks like the rain didn't pass through here very heavily.
Okay,
The
alright,
footprints do
that's the
look
difference.
older, but it looks like it hasn't rained along this area for a while.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, the footprints have
Okay.
been there for a bit.
Phaedra's just gonna walk up to the mound and see that the guard is like looking down, watching him, and be like, "Oi, you! Do you watch this area often? This side?"
I mean, we always shift. We're watching, but yeah, sometimes I keep an eye on this the northern gate. Why's that?
You haven't found anything shifty happening around when Albert shows up?
Albert, you mean one of them men that come through in the group? I mean,
Yeah.
I hadn't had much to do with him. I don't think.
I heard the boy comes out and puts something underneath one of these pebbles out here. So you,
Okay, Lucas. His name's
Oh,
Lucas.
Oh, young
The kid.
Lucas. Yeah, Lucas. He comes out here sometimes, and he likes to play in the grass and collect rocks and things. I don't know. He's a fun little kid, but I only let him go out there, and when he's being watched, it's dangerous out there sometimes. I wouldn't let him out in the dark like y'all crazy folk.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. So after he comes back, do you notice anything happening around the areas that he looks at?
I mean, not really. There's always people come and going through this gate down the road.
You do notice that we've picked up footprints.
Well, of course there's footprints out there. I mean, it's a road. People walk on it.
Was it on the road or was it off the road that we found
No,
it?
it's off of the road.
Not on the road, you doofus.
And you pick up this guy's not too bright.
Okay.
He's like,
About as smart
well,
as Zolmos.
why wouldn't people be walking on the road? I mean, y'all ain't walking on the road, are you?
No, we're
Y'all
not.
going into the fields. That's my suspicious. Are y'all sure they're not?
That's
y'all
what I'm asking you.
Did y'all just put footprints in the field and then get scared of your own footprints? You sure you're meant to be out there? Are you drunk?
I'm not
This
drunk.
guy's so stupid, he hasn't even realised you're chained up still.
Yeah, it's like...
He's seen some weird shit, man.
Okay, so what are you
Sorry.
smoking? And you are obviously not any help.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm good at this. I need to get my stats up. Okay, persuasion. Please don't roll horribly this time. It's actually my good one. There we go. It's not too bad.
What I'm smoking? Oh, y'all want to see what I'm smoking? Come on up here, and he throws you a rope down. Climb on up there. I'll show you what I'm smoking.
So Zolmos is sort of interested at this point, Phaedra, so I'm taking him up on the deal.
Alright, yeah, I'll just hit you over.
Hey, I go to Phaedra. This is a chance for me to stay on the wall for the night. Maybe I can catch a glimpse of what's going on. And I climb up the rope.
It's like, gonna shake a head at it, but it's like, okay, at least someone's keeping watch. Other than this. And then I'll...
And
Go.
as you lean down,
Sorry, he comes close and he leans down in front of you. He's like, I'm smoking some of this here. I mean, y'all seem friendly. Why you got chains on your wrist? That's a weird bracelet. Anyway, I'm smoking some of this. This is some of that good old halfling swamp grass. We get from down in Ornery Waters. The old Alton, the bush gatherer. He's a halfling that lives down there, and he grows some of this good stuff. Last time I was down there, I bought a couple of these baggies of it, and it's some good shit. Here,
and he hands you over this a blunt. It's
Okay.
literally a blunt of halfling swamp grass.
Alright, Phaedra's just gonna take it and be like, thank you. Maybe next time.
So you can add one halfling swamp grass.
Oh, I
use.
got one of these again.
Rook is gonna be like,
I'll hand it to Atticus. You want one?
I'm not up there.
Actually, in saying that, aren't
Indulge
you
just
meant
to
be up
keep the
here?
dude happy. I will indulge just to keep the dude seeming like we're friends.
Alright,
I mean, y'all want to have a quick puff of it? Don't tell Ross though. I mean, I'm not meant to be smoking on shift and all, but I mean, if y'all don't tell, I won't tell.
Oh my god. He doesn't know I'm the secret breaker at this moment.
And you see him pull out one of his own and kind of glance over his shoulder and put it between his lips and pull out a little ember, little burning wick.
Who is this guy?
Starts just smoking up and hands it over to you. Do you take a? Do y'all partake?
Oh, I will. I'm guessing Phaedra won't. I just try to keep this guy. Yeah, shut up, Westy. Yeah, I'll give it.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Of course.
Phaedra might also see if she can climb up and stay at the wall so she can keep watch. Do you want me to make a struggling with the cuffs?
No, they're easy enough, and this soldier is not paying attention. But yeah, Zolmos, you go puff, and I mean you're not damaged, but you just feel invigorated throughout. You just feel good and calm and relaxed and slightly hungry.
Okay, all right.
But
I pull out the flute and go, check this out, man, and start playing my pan flute.
You know,
I'll
you had
slap
Nick.
it out of his hands like we're meant to be quiet and on watch.
So as you pull out your
Yep.
flute, you notice that earlier in the day you did have a bit of scuffs on your fingers from playing on the guitar for like 6 hours. As you watch, like all of those scuffs and scratches on your finger just heal over,
Oh, that's sick. That's awesome.
and just like leaving your skin, it's smooth and soft, man. Like
Ah,
it's
okay.
luxurious.
and this not just an
Feeling
effect in my
good.
brain. It's actually happening.
Yeah, you see
Ah,
any
okay,
sort of like
cool.
little wounds on you seem to have healed over.
Oh, that's amazing.
I have slapped the flute out of his hands, or attempted
Okay,
to.
I look at Phaedra and go, oh yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I would like to try and I'm gonna try and buddy with this guy, and I'm gonna let Phaedra take charge and look out for the night.
She ain't
But
getting
yeah,
no
so
rest.
you settle down, and the soldier next to you is just sitting there, just puffing away, puff pass.
She'd probably most likely want this because she's still damaged up from the slart as well.
True. I'm like, hey Phaedra, check it out, man.
So you want to have a go? Come on, you're like, be like, yeah.
Can I persuade Phaedra to try?
Go for it. Give me a persuasion check.
Is that going to be versing Phaedra? Because she's got high constitution as well.
Just roll a
Constitution's
check.
not-
We'll just see how. I mean, I know you're going to force
In the
Phaedra. It's down the middle. You're thinking, maybe Phaedra, maybe not. Really up to you.
Give him one more because I'll be like, if he wants to persuade, go further. If you get above a 10, she'll do
I go to
it.
Phaedra, check it out. Check it. Oh, sorry, it's also like this. Check it out, man. Look at my hands, man. Oh, that's crazy, man. Like you know how I started. I was
Yeah.
Oh, my hands feel so cool, dude.
So smooth.
I'm like,
And
all the scratches are gone, man. Give it a go.
The soldier next to you is just like, oh man, my hands feel soft as well. Hey, give me your hand. I want to touch your hand. Oh, your hair's so
Start
soft.
touching the
dude."
soldier's hands. We start touching each
touching his
other.
hair. It's like, oh, your hands. Oh.
Go to the
yeah.
Discord chat.
Mm.
Just go to the Discord chat and see exactly Brooker's
see me.
character.
And you'll see me. You'll see me at the bar.
Which chat are you? Oh,
The Discord one.
Oh, I can't switch over.
Not
I'm
seen.
filming.
So if
Gotta
you click
open
on
up
Decided
action.
War, slight right, it says Open Chat.
You have to hover over Decide War. The city
DS
war.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I can see the
Deicide
show
War
chat.
too.
Ah, yes.
I feel it.
Yes.
yes.
This is
Yes.
a
Oh,
house
that's
party.
cool. I did not know that we could do this.
yeah. It's like a good temp chat.
Alright, if you can tempt her one more time and it's above 10, she'll take a whiff.
Okay, all right. I'm like, sit down, Phaedra. Come here, sit down. And I put my arm over. I'm like, just a little toke, just one. And then I try and persuade her one last time.
Poor Atticus is watching the group get either high or drunk, and he's just like, idiots. I'm with a
Yeah.
bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah,
just like-
100%.
She's
What was it?
hurting.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Yeah, persuasion.
Oh, that's so
12.
good.
Alright, small whiff.
Right, give me a
Yeah,
Constitution saving throw, Phaedra.
Constitution
Phaedra,
save.
get on it.
Oh.
Hit up Atticus.
Okay. Okay.
You are just deep breath of this, not expecting it, and just start
It's a new
choking up with cough.
experience for her.
You start just like hacking up a lung. But roll a d4 for me.
Plan
Oh,
is
shite.
all ruined.
Oh,
But you do take 4 points of healing as you feel some of the wounds just
Alright,
start to
that's-
stitch themselves closed, and but you also take 1 point of exhaustion as you're just like coughing and retching up a lung. Yeah, that's some powerful, potent stuff right there.
I'll look down at my
Phaedra.
chest and I'll see where the slide has sliced me up. I was like,
Oh yeah, true.
oh.
Oh, true. You're gonna be feeling.
As you look down,
first.
you swear that you see like some smoke like drifting off the wound as well, but it starts to like stitch itself closed a little bit.
That's so cool. I look at Phaedra. I'm like, "You sure you don't want me to play some music now?"
Go for it. Atticus,
this time
come
I-
on, you need to back us up
This
here.
time I get the loot now, I'm like, and I just start strumming at it. No real rhyme or reason to it. I'm just trying to play music at this point.
Right, as all these stoners are just getting lit up on the fence, Atticus is the sole
The sole survivor.
the sole survivor. What are you doing for the rest of the evening? As it's closing in on about 10 o'clock at night now.
Sure. Well, I'm going to hear the commotion and go up here to find these two stone off their ass.
Atticus, welcome, man, and start strumming.
What's up?
I'm going to grab the loot from Zolmos, take it off of him.
I don't even fight back. I let him just take it. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, man. You have a go. Have a
Start
go.
singing instead. And Phaedra will start singing with you.
Both of yous go to bed now.
Aww.
Is that a persuasion?
Intimidation was over.
Intimidation. I feel.
Okay.
My dear
You know what?
Zolmos, if you do not go to bed, this guitar will be getting smashed.
I immediately agree. That's my prized possession. They just, oh shit. Okay, yeah. All right. And I immediately start trying to figure out how to climb down.
He rolls down the hill.
There's a ladder down there, so give me a dexterity check. Let's go. You've been smoking a lot at disadvantage.
I'm a dex 10.
10. That'll do you. It's a little bit wobbly to get down there, but you start getting the giggles halfway down. But then your stomach starts rumbling, and you smell the food cooking from down in the inn, and you're suddenly drawn towards it.
Alright, I'm going for it. We're going for it.
You got the munchies as you take
Alright.
off jogging down
Can
towards the inn.
I'm like coasting Phaedra to join me as well. Come on.
Are you going as well, Phaedra?
man.
Is Atticus like booting me out as well?
Yep.
Oh, dude, not fun.
Yeah, dude, fuck you.
Alright, do I need to save as
Yep.
well?
Absolutely.
What was it?
Deck save.
Oh,
To
shit.
see if you can get down the ladder.
You exhausted? Is it
Yeah, no.
-1? Do you roll?
Yeah.
There you go.
Disadvantage.
If that's a disadvantage.
What's your deck save modifier? Do you know?
0. I'm not
Zero?
dexterous.
Yeah, you go to grab the ladder, and everything kind of just spins, and you just start coughing, and just like you go to cover your mouth from the coughing, and your feet stay on the ladder, and you just like just topple headfirst down off the ladder,
Ow.
only taking 3 points of damage as you just like
Oh,
slam into
come
the
on.
berm and roll down and smack into the ground, knocking yourself on some of the stones as you roll down.
And I'm
Like,
pissing
oh,
myself
I'm like-
laughing.
And I'm like, oh, Phaedra! Let's go!
Oh, still in the cuffs as well. I'm just gonna like try and scramble
Yeah,
up.
true, I forgot about that.
Oh god, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And yeah, it's just gonna be like, okay, I'm coming.
This is all gone to shit. Alexander's escaping tonight. Phaedra's fucking gonna break out of the chat. It's all gone to shit. Alright.
Jeez.
What a plan. What a shit plan. Yeah.
I'm
running down
sorry.
to the inn. That's all good.
She's
I'm
all for
running
new
down to the inn.
experiences.
Um,
I'm sorry.
Atticus, as you look at these two imbeciles running off back down to the south of the inn, you do see, it appears one of the Crocodile Regiment guards is sitting on top of one of the roofs here, just watching that. And you remember that Rosto, the guard, had made an agreement to help watch the prisoners overnight.
The
Can you
prisoners
imagine
have
that?
escaped.
Yeah, he's just sitting there watching the one who's locked up in there and just keeping an eye on everything, looking bemused and slightly confused. But yeah, you can tell there's also a lot of attention being focused inwards on the fort, as well as outwards.
Oh god.
Yeah, we're making a fool of myself.
Fucking imbeciles.
Well, I guess for the rest of the night, I'll keep watch from that rock that I put a hair on.
Yeah, Atticus, yeah. MVP.
You
Thanks for the
got this.
exhaustion, guys.
Right, so mark down 1 point of exhaustion. But first, as the night wears on, give me a perception check.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Keeping your eyes away, you're starting to drift off throughout the night. You're watching, and around maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you hear a bit of rustling further out away from the fortress, and see these two hulking, lumbering forms just walking in from the east, skirting around the outskirts of the fortress as they just slowly go slinking off. You know, most people wouldn't even be able to see it, except with your superior dark vision, just right on the edge of your sight. You can see these just massive beasts. At first, you think they're maybe a bear, but then you hear slightly off in the distance. Turning towards you, can see this just like slightly white face with this just jagged beak filled with teeth as these two figures are just stalking around, circling the encampment.
How
After a
did
little bit of
they
time,
go
they seem
again?
to
Grrr.
just like that. You see these two hulking creatures just moving around, just seeming to circle the encampment, but not approaching. But other than that, keeping an eye on the rock, you don't see any movement or anything untowards happening. Yes, exactly, Brooker. But yeah, the sun starts to come over in the morning, and you're tired. You're letting out a big old yawn, and I believe that is where we can end it for the evening.
Oh god.
The sun coming up.
No, we did nothing productive. We did
Okay.
You got a lot of clues. You got
Yeah.
a shitload of clues.
Yeah, but I got at the end and fucked it.
I'd like to imagine that the three of us. So Vharik is still laying in the fire. Calliope's like the dog is like on top of Vharik, and then Calliope's like just trying to use their warmth in the coals still. So her white like dress is just covered in charcoal. The dog and Vharik are just all like black. They offered us beds, and we're like, no, we're good. But we did eat, and we're all very hungover in the morning.
And what do we do when we get in there?
Yeah, what happened with Phaedra and fucking Zolmos? Who knows?
The fun part is, when you did awaken in the morning, it appears that Lagath has dragged you all into the various beds for fear that you were going to light fire to yourself. And she's seems to be a bit of a motherly figure and is taking care of you, taking your shoes off. And
yeah, I like that question.
Perfect.
So Skooma Joe and Aunt Mercedes, they just settle down, and you do wake up in the morning and they are canoodling and spooning a little bit down the other end, kind of with a bit of distance between the rest of you and themselves. But no, you did pick up a lot of clues throughout tonight, so it's not... You are
wasn't a dead
investigating
end.
the mystery. It's definitely not a dead end. So some things that you have learnt, just as a bit of a reminder. So you heard that Albert was generally seen coming up from the south, him and his gang.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was a few days, sometimes it was a few weeks between that stone being overturned after it was, turned white side up.
Yeah.
So sometimes it did take a few days. There was a small set of footprints, maybe female, maybe halfling or gnome or some other smaller race, or maybe just a small female form. Some footprints approaching it.
Yeah.
We also learnt that if a druid shapeshifts into a dog,
It takes
they
a-
get drunk
fucking
too.
drinker. Yeah, but
You see
Oh,
the bag of clothes has been placed at your feet, but you do wake up because you can only stay as a dog for about an hour, and you just wake up naked. She didn't dress you; she did put the bag of clothes near your feet, and there is a blanket over you for some sort of decency.
sick. I just need a tissue. That's all I need.
The real question is: were you sleeping just next to Calliope?
Was I?
Where did you put him?
Yeah, where did you put him?
I feel you're right next to Vharik. She definitely put you right next to Vharik. She wouldn't have put you near the delicate young lady.
So the girls are sleeping together, I'm guessing, all close to each other. Once we've passed out, obviously.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And the naked man is with the large barbarian, still with his wrists. Sometimes, somehow, during the night, Vharik, you've actually locked your manacles together.
Do we have the keys for this?
Yeah, we don't have keys, do we? Hopefully Booper's around next session.
May or may not be keys.
Well,
Oh, that's
Barker
good.
can drag a 100-kilo dog.
She may have gotten the assistance from some of the Crocodile Legion. But yes, you have your bag of clothes with you.
That's so
Perfect.
Good.
That's
I loved
good.
it. Great
That's funny.
session. Great session.
Good.
Or I love that Murky, your character Atticus, is probably just
So
like,
good.
what the fuck is everybody doing?
Yeah.
So good. Fantastic.
But I kind of felt like she had to. Well, my character, she had to like
Let loose.
all of a sudden, because she's obviously been like holding onto it, and then all of a sudden just like,
Yeah.
So
No,
and
that
I think
makes
that
sense.
little sip of ale to open the floodgates.
and the safety, she was safe.
Yeah.
And she could let her
yeah.
guard down, and then boom.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And the new experience for that will play into her next level up.
Wait, does that count as a long rest or?
It counts as a long
No.
rest.
Except for
It is a long
two of
rest. Except for Atticus.
Poor Atticus.
Oh, so we still get the long rest as well.
No, I
You
think
get your
I-
job.
Yeah,
That's
you still get a
so
long rest in terms of
funny.
healing.
Okay.
But
I'm
I'm gonna say, those of you that were just like drunk off your heads or stoned out of your minds, you're gonna be poisoned for the next hour after you wake up in the morning.
Alright.
Alright, so I've slept off that
Poison.
exhaustion as well then?
Yeah, because
Okay.
that one level of exhaustion goes per long rest.
Okay.
But yeah, so everyone who is drunk or stoned out of their minds is gonna be poisoned for 1 hour in the morning,
So funny.
as the hangover is slowly wearing off.
What did you give me, dude?
I'm so yeah. We just started like, suddenly you and I just start talking like stoners 24/7. Man, what was that we did last night? That was wild, dude.
Did you see my wound just like...
Yeah, I did. Holy shit.
So as soon as you had that puff, I did the I feel it gif, and no one was like saying anything. So I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm telling everyone where those gifs are.
yeah.
Feel it. Yeah, that's so good. Yeah.
I like the
100%.
feel.
And the kid like, oh. Well, yeah. I also imagined in my head the headcanon is Westy at one stage was mixing drinks for us as a mastiff. So.
Yes, absolutely, that was
Yeah.
happening. I mean, that was absolutely happening.
My head,
Absolutely.
my head
Just
is
like
on
that kid.
fire.
Actually, Westy, just roll a dexterity check to see if they were any good, and performance. So dex first to see if your mouth was good, and then performance to see if they actually tasted all right.
love
Okay, and then I've got to
What-
get back
what's-
into it.
What's the dog's dexterity? It's +2.
So
Dog's
not
got +2 to
10?
dex.
So it's
Um,
nine.
Mine.
So,
Just
fir-
for my
well,
head cannon.
so give me a performance check as well, which is charisma. As your own charisma, not as the dog's, because that carries over. But the dexterity, in terms of the dog trying to assemble it together, it's actually kind of not bad. But there is a large amount of saliva in amongst the drinks that you are
Look,
serving up.
We wouldn't notice. We
And
wouldn't
Calliope
notice.
was too blotto to notice. But you have drunk a lot of saliva.
Oh, God.
yuck.
Oh, my head is on fire. Laughing
Her
too
first
much.
kiss.
Oh no, puppy kisses.
Her first kiss was with a puppy dog.
Oh.
I do really like that at this point, like half the crew knows that people were getting snatched from our academy. It was high performers that were getting snatched, and nobody's
Yeah.
bothered to be like, "Hey, Calliope, did you know?"
Well, that's probably
right,
what
yeah, I
saved
haven't
us.
actually broken it.
Oh yeah. That's why Mum and Dad were upset when
Yeah,
we
they
left.
sent us away. Yeah.
It makes sense, right? But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, huh, We haven't been told.
May have forgot. I'm also
Lucas
too
hates me.
stoned to
That's
remember
the worst
now.
part about this canon story. Lucas hates fucking old Zolmos.
I just love also, yeah, Atticus is going to be so fucking pissy and angry next session. And everyone's like, why are you so angry?
We all had a fantastic night.
Yeah. Calliope needs an extra 2
God.
hours to get ready.
Oh
Her,
my.
her white dress is just
It's
black.
trashed. It's
Yeah.
just black.
All right, I'm gonna go, guys. That was fun. I had a lot of fun.
Okay.
No, that was fun. No fighting, but that was absolutely hilarious. And yeah, like I said, you learned some good clues about these slave traders and their contact.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So we'll see what else you can put together as you continue.
And on
I'm
waters, we
too
won't.
dumb to put anything together.
All right.
Are
I'll see you
still-
guys
Alright.
next weekend, maybe.
Yep. Have
Good
a
night,
good
all.
night.
All right. Good
Bye.
night. Bye.